What's up, guys?
How we doing?
What's up?
So we are back this evening, and we got John, and we have Shane, who is on every now and then, and he decided to join us for tonight because we got a great guest tonight, and he's gonna hang out and talk about the latest collectibles, talk about some Star Wars, talk about his collecting history, and we'll just kind of shoot the shit and see what's going on. But first of all, John, you were out of town last week, and you're back. You doing okay?
Yep, just getting away for part of the week, so yeah, it's good to get away, get out of the heat a little bit over here because it's been scorching hot.
Oh yeah.
But it's been good.
So John, you have something new behind you.
Yeah, so I got this in late last week. I showed it on Payne's channel I was on last week, but
Yeah,
this is a piece that I've been waiting on for about 2 years. They had some supply issues. They just posted the other day that they only have 2 of these left. I think they only did like 40 of them. So if you don't know who it is, it's Valak from Conjuring 2. And the company is a Blue Hyper, Box Hyper. And I've got 3 pieces of theirs. I got their Caesar and I got their Pennywise. And this is the 3rd one. So just super impressive. Again, most people know I love the horror genre.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah. You got
It's creepy as fuck, man.
I yeah, my daughter, she's unsure about this one. She says, who's that creepy lady back there? So I had to actually turn it around so she could be in here because she doesn't know about this one. But because I have the Pennywise and some other horror pieces she has no problem with, but this one she's not sure of this one.
that's awesome. We're gonna talk about.
My son on Friday, he's going to be 18 this month, and he didn't say fuck, but he's like, why the frick would he have that thing? He's like, you didn't pay me to have that in this house. He's like, I'd break it if you put it in this house.
That's amazing.
But no way.
So Shane, I see something to your is it your left?
Left.
Right here.
Yeah.
Nemesis. Yeah, man.
You posted that in the group. That's the Imaginarium Arts Nemesis Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. How do you like that?
I like it a lot. So now I got Prime, Nemesis Prime, Starscream, and Soundwave, all from Imaginarium Arts. Because, like you know, I prefer them slightly more than XM, even though XM is amazing. These are slightly less modernized, and I like a little more of the G1 look without cell shaded.
Yep.
It's great. It's got presence. It's good. It's a little bit shorter if we're just going like to the top of the head than the rest of them, but that's because the base is a lot shorter than the rest of them.
I see.
Like next to Starscream, he's probably from top of head to top of head, like 4.5, 5 inches shorter. But Starscream's base is about 5 inches taller. So
there you go. But yeah, that giant tank that you have there is, I mean, was that like a quarter scale tank pretty much?
That tank, yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
That is not to scale. But it's super cool. Like, what a great piece.
That is very cool.
I was lucky to score that. I've had a couple people message me, ask me where I got it. They've been looking. I was lucky enough to get one at Secret Compass. So thanks to Shane. Big shout out. You guys awesome.
Yeah, man. Well, dude, congrats on that, John. I definitely want to learn more about that blue box hyper behind you. That's pretty sweet. Before we bring on our guest, I just want to say hello to everyone here. We got Dennis. What's up? We got the Spice Runners Lounge, the Medina Lorian. That's right. He's in the house. We got Russell. What's up, Russell? Josh is back. Yep, this should be a lot of fun tonight, I'm hoping. We got Facebook user. What's up, George? The Hyperdrive Star Wars channel, which is probably George. We got Jeff Rode, Renz, what's up? Hey, Robin, what's going on? We have Jeff S, Kevin in the house. What's up, Kevin? Jojo, Sean. What's up, Sean? Sean, we had a good show last week while kind of like a kind of special programming, I guess. Of course, Shane is here. Chazen, what's up, man? Yeah, that show on Friday night was really good with you guys. I watched that from bed. It was nice. Let's see. If it's in my house, I'd never sleep again. What's up, Lane? High-end collector boys. We try to be. And then Warren, what's up, man? Ignition Prime. And then we got Randy from Collector's Arc. What's up, Randy? Randy, please. It's been like a month and you haven't sent me anything. I'm waiting. I'm going into withdrawals. And then we got Michael. What's up, Michael? So without any further ado, let's go ahead and bring on George, our special guest, and see what he's got going on. What's up, man?
Guys? How you doing?
George.
Hey guys, how you doing? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. So first thing is you got this really kind of cool mic you got going on here with a LED or something.
It's the boom. It's a Gator boom, I think is what it's called. Got it on Amazon. I saw the light and I was like, oh, this looks neat. You know, but then for whatever reason, the light turns on and off on its own. So I don't know.
That's all right, dude. If you're like me, you're a sucker for LEDs and different colors.
All kinds of colors.
I just love it. Right now, so I'm the only one that has less in his room than before. I'm prepping for something really big to come in that we'll talk about. And so things, you get the ladder out and all that stuff. And so anywho, George, man, so let's see. This is your first time on the channel, but you've been a subscriber to the Facebook and to the YouTube since the beginning. We appreciate that. For anyone, I can't imagine that there's anyone that doesn't know who you are, but I guess for anyone who doesn't, could you just give a, who are you, what do you do, and, what do you do in the community?
I am George, also known as the Medinalorian, on the Hyperdrive and on the MCE channel. I started the MCE channel 5.5 years ago now, and mostly just to celebrate collecting like you guys are doing, and to entertain and have a good time.
Yep.
And it evolved into a really awesome show with my friend Seth, where we talk about everything from action figures all the way to the upper end collectibles, aside from the one-to-one. I haven't reached your guys' level yet. You guys are collecting the big ones yet. I haven't got there yet. Need more space. And then the Hyperdrive channel is all Star Wars and is what I'm been my passion since I was a kid. So, but that's where I'm at. You can find me on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, I'm all over the place. So,
so that's interesting. I thought MCE was longer than 5 years. So it's just been around for about 5.5 years.
5.5 years. Initially, the channel started off as the Marvelous Statues channel, and it was more of like a dare almost. My friends told me that because I was more or less an introvert, and I'm not really much about getting into public speaking and all that stuff. And so when I told them that I thought about doing a YouTube channel, they all kind of laughed at me, and that kind of drove that home. So I was on not vacation, but I was on a work trip in Texas, in Houston, and then I came up with the name, and I made this like Marvel style intro for it and everything, and it was going to be all about statues, and that's what it was going to do. And the first video comes out, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Big Bang Theory with Sheldon and Fun with Flags, but it was very much Fun with Flags. It was very, very like monotone and kind of boring. And my brother laughed also at me and everything. And it got better over time. I think the introduction of Seth kind of helped me get out of my shell a little bit. And it's become more fun. Now it seems to be just me and him playing off each other on what kind of thing we're going to do next,
So George, you do not just sort of like review videos, but you also do like toy hunting videos. You do like all sorts of things. Anything from like lightsabers to do you still like go hunting like a 6-inch and a 3 3/4 and stuff like that?
Not like for the sake of hunting. So sometimes I'll go out with Seth and we'll just ride around, and if I see something then I'll buy. That's kind of the reason why I've stopped shooting the hunts themselves, because I can never plan what I want to get. It's kind of like I go to the store, I see something, it looks cool, I buy it. Yeah. And so mainly what I do is I film when we go to cons or if I go out of state, and then so like I think one of the best ones I had was when we went to Atlanta this past year. We were doing the Atlanta Toy Con that they had, and we went to all these different stores up there, and I saw a lot of new things. And that was really inspiring and fun. So then I shoot video from that. So
that's fun. Yeah. And you just got back from SDCC as well?
I just got back from San Diego Comic-Con last week, actually, last Monday.
Nice. Yeah, I was watching some of you posted a couple of videos of different booths and stuff like that. I was watching some of them.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, dude, I think someone should make an actual Fun with Flags YouTube. That would be amazing. That's so good.
Right?
So what is like your primary if you give everything else up, what's your primary collectible? What do you love the most right now?
Like, you're talking about a specific piece, or you're talking about a genre?
Just like a genre.
Star Wars. If I gave everything else up, Star Wars would be it. I enjoy it. I love Star Wars, and it's, man, since I was a kid, it's been the thing that's inspired me the most for me creatively. That's what I meant to say. And personally, some of the topics that they've had in there, the do or do not, the Yoda set and everything, all of that's inspired me as a kid and throughout my journey as an artist. So it's been the most focused thing that I've ever paid attention to. So yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. That's really cool. Well, I've certainly enjoyed a bunch of your videos. And then the one thing we talked about this morning, just kind of in passing, is that you're brutally honest. You're a big fan. We know how much you love Star Wars, and I love it too. And all of us here on the panel love it. But when you get a piece in hand, and if it's not good, you don't go enabling. You say what's going on. You explain why. You give good details. And you've swayed people, both ways. For example, Sideshow General Grievous, right?
Yeah.
That comes to mind immediately.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad one. I'm not one to hold back. I at the beginning, Seth and I always came up with the thought about it that it's like, yeah, we're the ones spending the money on it and everything to try to help you guys not have to go through dropping this big money on these items. These things are expensive, $300 to $1,000 now on a statue and figures. And I feel like, it's part of my job to let you guys know when something is not right, so that you guys don't go blowing your money on something and you can save it and buy it something else, So whenever I get something in that is not up to par, I'm going to let you guys know about it. So sometimes, too bad. Even to my detriment, is because I've bought pieces and statues that I've had to sell after I review them and give them a bad review for under retail, And then my friends are like, if you want to sell that Emperor, you need to be a little more nice about it. So, but
yeah, that's true. That's very true. It's like, man, this piece sucks. Okay, time to sell it. It is appreciated though, because I think a lot of people kind of get lost in the weeds, and we all love stuff. And people who know me know I'm super easy to please, and I'll give anybody or anything the benefit of the doubt. But sometimes we just need someone to go to that'll be like, don't buy this or do buy this. Because if you come to me, I'll probably tell you to buy it no matter what. But we're definitely in a time period where there is so much coming at us every single day, every single hour, really, from prop replicas, statues, all different scales, comic books, all genres, all IPs. And it's really hard to figure out, what are you going to do with your money and your resources? So, we need stuff like that. We need people to be honest, which is great. You're a big Star Wars guy, but you also have quite a few other statues. What are some of the other genres that you collect?
I have a big video game collection. I have Warcraft statues, a large collection of Warcraft statues. Assassin's Creed, it's another huge video game that inspired me when it came out. I have some Marvel pieces still from the original collection. Mostly the pieces that either stuck with me because of the comments that I received on it, like the Hulk versus Wolverine diorama that Sideshow put out, the maquette. That's one that I'll never let go of. It's because I met so many people because of that review, like Junior, comes to mind completely from that. And yeah, I just won't get rid of that statue because of that. It's because it's just, to me, it means something because of that. And I have a few other Marvel pieces like the Iron Man statue and some of the figures because of the Tony Stank persona that I have. So I've held down to those. And then Wolverine, I'm a fan of Wolverine. I've always loved that guy, and I like Batman, so I have some Batman pieces. And all of this stuff, unfortunately, because my room is so small, doesn't get the prominence that it should get. So it kind of sits in storage, and my wife's like, well, when are you going to put them on display? I'm like, well, when are you going to let me put it in the living room? And then she's like,
Yep.
So at some point it will come out.
Yeah, and that's something that we should talk about tonight too. Is space? I think in some cases is actually more detrimental than finances for some people. And yeah, you may have the money to purchase something, but where the hell are you going to put it? So you put it in your attic, you put it in your storage space, and I'd actually like to talk about that because I have some things that I'm debating. Do I sell or do I put it away because sentimental value or something I just like, but I don't have space for? What do you think, John and Shane? Do you guys have anything that you want to talk about?
Go ahead, John.
As far as with George, or just any topic?
Yeah.
I'm just curious, George. How did it start for you? I mean, obviously, you probably, like most of us, were collecting stuff, as a kid and stuff. But how did you stumble upon the higher end hobby? Whether it be Hot Toy statues.
Oh, that's my wife. So I was mostly into collecting the statues from the video game special edition boxes. So I had the Assassin's Creed, and I had Knights of the Old Republic. I had the what's his name? I'm drawing a blank. I think Darth Malgus. I had like a little statuette that was Gentle Giant made of it. So she comes into the collection room at that point. This is this office, and it was this little shelf of my stuff. And she's like, "You collect toys?" She's an artist, or she's in art sales, right? So she sells what is it? Contemporary fine art. That's what she sells. So we're on the cusp of having our first child, and Father's Day is coming around. So she decides to give me my first Father's Day gift, and that's the Darth Vader mythos statue. Oh, so. I get the statue in, and I was like floored with the details. I mean, I was like, could not believe how this thing looked, the paint, the size of the whole thing, the different portraits, the swap outs. I was like, this is awesome, right? So immediately after that, I was like, I sold everything. I was like, everything's getting out of here. Like we're going full blown statues at that point. And I could not find the rest of the mythos statues. At that point, all of the other mythos statues were sold out. To get the Kenobi was like $1,400, I think, at that point back then. Mm-hmm. And I just wasn't ready to spend that kind of money back then, Mm-hmm. Even the $400, I think, is what Vader cost. I was like, man, this is an expensive gift. I was like, man, I better give something really nice to my wife. I better buy her some kind of purse or something, right? Yeah. So I was like, I can't believe what she got me. And from then, I started to acquire some of the other ones. I got my first Warcraft statue. I got Spider-Man statue. And the collection started to grow, and I think it ended up being about 5 pieces before the Marvelous Statue channel started. And when I remember the first review I did for Marvelous Statues was the XM Studios Batman, and that was the first time I ever saw a statue of that caliber. And from then, it just it segued into all kinds of different things. Like anything XM Studios I would order because I thought, man, this is going to look really great. And the collection room became like a hodgepodge of so many different things. Anything that I just thought was cool. And that's kind of like how it all happened. Next thing you know, I have like 20 statues and I'm like, wow, what's going on here? Before I knew it was like filled. But yeah, that's how that went down. The wife.
That's actually very interesting because we had Warren Dante on from Exquisite Statue Collectors.
Yeah, Warren.
Yeah, and we asked him the same question, and he said that his wife bought him his first hot toy, right? And then it just went downhill from there.
Now the question is, does she regret buying you that?
Yeah, like now she does. Okay. Especially with the boxes that come in, it's just a huge problem now. Storage, like you guys were just talking about. So like I got my garage half filled of statues that are currently on display. I got a storage unit full of boxes of statues that I can't display. And then I got a living room now that's got a corner section that's growing of statues that are coming in for me to review. So yeah, it's a little out of hand, And then and every time something comes in, I got to tell her, baby, this is for review. And then I'm going to sell it afterwards. It's not something I'm necessarily going to keep this time, Mm-hmm. And she's like, sure it isn't, she walks out.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So Kevin asked this question. Hey, George, did you build and design your Star Wars wall behind you, or did you hire and have it contracted out?
No, I built it myself. This was something that towards the end of 2019, I was had again still the hodgepodge of statues, mostly X-Men. I had a few Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle statues in the room, and one thing that I felt that the channel needed was was a theme, you know, and so I sat down with myself and I was like, man, okay, what am I most passionate about? You know, overall things, right? Star Wars. I'm like, okay. So we went to, I think like a few months before that, I was at Galaxy's Edge, and I got to go in and see all the designs that the Disney creators came out with. Got to go into the Millennium Falcon and see how that was done and all that. And I was like, man, this is dope. I'm like, I can imagine unboxing a statue on the chess table, you know, on the that in the Falcon or something like that. And I was like, I knew I could never get that in this room. And so I thought, you know, where is the camera placement? And the wall behind me was where most got the most views. So I started drawing it all up in Illustrator, and then, you know, a lot of people told me that, you know, what you're doing is gonna make the room even smaller, kind of, as far as being able to display things, because like I can't put anything in front of those panels, you know. Yeah. But I just thought that the look of it was better than having another collectible piece there. It'll just be something that is, you know, in itself has its own appeal to it, right? Its own look. So so I designed it in Illustrator, and then I get this whole thing looking good, and I show it to my wife. I'm like, this is what I want to do. So she's like, all right. She's like, see how much it's going to cost. And it was expensive, man. Again, hiring somebody to do this would have cost me a lot of money. So I tell her, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to build it. And I'm not handy at all. All right. I tried to put baseboards on my floor when we first moved into the house, and I forgot to close the nail gun and shot the nail into my finger. I'm like, that's how bad I am with tools. So she's like, you're never going to be able to do this. You're out of your mind, you know, and she just doubted me like the whole way. But I was determined, you know. So, and one thing I have had experience in is building costumes and props. So I thought I could do this, you know, with the same idea, just take it a little bit at a time and put it all together. And my father saw me doing it. He got kind of inspired a little bit, so he jumped in to kind of help me a little bit. And my neighbor, who's a carpenter, came over and was giving me ideas of what to do. None of them were actually jumping in and helping me, but they were just, you know, here's the right tool to use. Good luck, you know. Almost cut my finger off a few times. And then, you know, I get the whole thing together, and now I have it on the wall, and my wife's looking at me and she's like, you freaking did this. So she's like, okay, I got these other projects for you to do now. So
Amazing.
yeah, it's pretty neat, man. I built it all to be able to be removed very easily. So if we ever move from this house, I could take the whole wall with me.
That's awesome.
And you know, like the LED lights, those panels are doors, so they swing open and you can actually get to all of the lights. The only regret that I have with the wall is the type of LED that I chose to put in these panels, because my idea initially was to have color changing lights and have the ability to I thought, in my mind, I was like, one day I'm gonna have it orange and next day I'm gonna have it red, and it's gonna look great, right? I cannot get white, you know, so you have to, because they're so cheap, you have to mix red, green, and blue to get this color, which on some cameras shows up as white, but most part it looks kind of blue.
Yeah, it's kind of purpley. Looks good.
Yeah. So, you know, that kind of bummed me out, but I'm looking into new LED lights to change it all out and make it correct, at least for me, before I get out of here. But yeah, so that's how it all came out.
Well, I've been watching your channel for years, and I love your
Thanks,
content. You and I have been chatting for a while.
Yeah.
I told you how sick, how dope your wall looks behind you. I watched your how-to video, and I just think it looks awesome. Much better than just having one or two collectibles up there. It's
Thanks,
awesome.
bud.
Yeah,
Appreciate
I
it.
can't never do anything like that, but it looks great.
Thank you.
What I will say is, you know, not to pat George on the back anymore, but the Star Wars, the Death Star panel wall, it really, I wanted that. And so it kind of inspired me, and I didn't build my own. I ordered mine from some guy on Etsy, which, by the way, they turned out great. But I have them flanking my big screen in my movie room. And boy, that just adds some presence. Now, what I did, George, is I know you have your Vader bust in front of it, and it looks really nice. I have, let's say I have like 9-foot ceilings, and I think the panels are like 92 inches. And so I have a full life size on each side standing in front of it, like a stormtrooper.
That's
and something
badass.
else. It's sweet. It's sweet. So that's one thing you can do if you ever foray into the one-to-one field, the full statue. Which is not as bad as you think for Star Wars. It looks sweet. But I mean, I love the Vader in front of it. It looks so good. But I kind of stole that idea from you. And I think anyone who is a Star Wars fan, but is also like wants a really sick room, Death Star panels are incredible.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
you, man. That sounds
Yeah.
cool. I would love to have the Vader. I've been looking into building a life size. So I've been like trying to price out different parts and making my own mannequin and all that. I think Craig inspired me to do that. That guy's crazy with his life size pieces. So
Yes. Yeah.
eventually
He does
one
some-
day.
He does some crazy stuff. And I could definitely help you with the life-size Vader. I'm almost finished with mine. Very,
Nice.
very close. Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you,
just
thank
waiting
you.
on the helmet. I'd be happy to share. It's actually you'll come in realistically way under Sideshow, and for super movie accurate.
That's
So,
what I'm talking about. Yeah. That sounds cool.
Yeah, dude. So let's see. Yeah, and Kevin also said I can help with the Vader if you need help. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So yeah, Kevin's been helping me out with some stuff, and Kevin is helping Shane out with some stuff, and Kevin's like my go-to guy for anything Star Wars 1-to-1 movie accurate, and that requires building of some sort. Now, George, you said something interesting that I actually didn't know. You have a history in like prop building and stuff like that. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So I didn't do it professionally, but semi-professionally, I guess. I started out when episode 2 came out. Master Replicas was featuring their lightsabers. I think it was when they first started releasing their lightsabers, and I couldn't afford them. So again, here I am, and I'm working in a auto repair shop at this point with my father, and I figured I could do this. So I start acquiring the parts and start building lightsabers, and that's where it started off. And then from then on, I was really like pulled into, and even before that, pulled into like costumes and cosplay. I never have done cosplay for a con, but my mother, when I was a kid, she dressed me up one time as the Terminator, and she got a mask with a glowing red eye, and she did all of the makeup and everything on my face and everything, and I was like so blown away with the time she put into that I thought, now I'm an adult and I got all this disposable money and no girlfriend at the time, so I'm like I could buy this kind of stuff and do it myself. So I start building different things. The first costume that I put together was a Captain America suit, and I built the helmet, completely out of I forgot what it's called. Pepakura is what it's called. It's like this paper art that you build your base out of, and then you coat it in resin. And then after you coat it in resin, sanding, and all this other process, you paint it, and you end up with a helmet by the time it's all said and done. So this helmet was like strong, man. I could like play football with this helmet. It's pretty intense. So from there, I built the next costume was Batman, and I didn't want to just go out as just the spandex wearing Batman. I wanted like what is it, the video game, the Arkham series Batman. So I learned about. Yeah. So I learned about foam and how to build props like that. I made a gauntlet for my hand that I can actually put my cell phone in, so it looked like his little his little tool that he used. I don't know what it's called, but he had that.
That's cool.
I made the mask. The mask was the cowl was really intense because you really do need some professional tools for this. I didn't have any of this stuff, so I took and decided I was going to make a life mold of my face and my head. And so I took and got plaster, and all this sounded really good at first, right? So I got this plaster, putting plaster all over my face, and all over my head. And I tell my wife, I was like, okay, you're going to put these straws up my nose so I could breathe, and it's going to harden. And when it hardens, you're going to split these two pieces apart, and I'm going to end up with this mold that I could take and stuff clay in. So now I have the shape of my head, and I can sculpt this Batman cowl. So we do this, and the mold hardens, and I'm stuck inside of this freaking mold, right? And I'm claustrophobic, which I didn't know until that point, right? So I'm sitting in this mask, freaking out. I did make the splits, so it just took her some time to break it open, but it was a little bit hard for her to break that open. I was in there for a while. So we get out of that, and I'm freaking. I'm like, I'm never doing that again. That was, unless I have somebody with me, I'm never doing that again. And then I sculpt the cowl, and then I go up to Orlando, and there's a company up there that supplies Disney and Universal Studios with their silicone and all kinds of different materials for the props that they do. So I went over there, bought all the legit stuff, and came home. I learned how to do forgot what it's called, rotocasting, I think is what it's called.
Oh, very cool.
Well, rotocasting, you need a machine that turns your mold, and then you put this material in there. I didn't use silicone. I forgot what it was. It was it's more of like a rubber that I used, and you put it in there, and then it spins the thing. So what it ends up making is it takes a form of your mold, but leaves it hollow enough that you could put your head in, right? So I didn't have that machine, so I'm there with this huge mold and put all material in there, and I'm spinning this around myself, and it takes like 15 minutes. This thing weighs about 20 pounds, so it after a while my arms were like dead, but I end up with this cowl that perfectly forms and fits my own face, and it looks like Batman. It's got the ears that are really nice and strong, and I built the whole suit. So now I'm full on Batman. I learned how to sew. I sewed my own cape. I went through the whole thing. And then I did all this so that I can go trick or treating with my kids, for Halloween. My daughter was, my second daughter wasn't born yet, but she was Batgirl, and my wife, I made a Catwoman suit for her. And, my brother was, I can't remember who he was. My one nephew was like, Robin, and everybody, everybody was Batman, right? So I get out here in this Florida heat in this Batman cowl, and you realize why Batman's so angry. It's because there's no air that passes through this suit, So I did that. That was probably one of my most intense builds. It took almost a year to put together, learning and everything. I did an Iron Man suit halfway almost. So
no, really?
Yeah. So, that was fun.
Go back to Batman for a second. Are we talking 89 Batman?
No, it was Batman year. And I want to say year one, but the Arkham series had several parts.
Yeah.
And there was the one where I forgot which one it was. I think it was the third. That was kind of like a prequel. And the suit was a little more friendly for the hockey pad kind of look, I guess, which kind of year one-ish. So it was cool. But I designed the plates to move a little bit so that I can crunch, and the suit would fold in on itself. And it made it easy to walk around and sit down and all of that without things falling off of you. Try to make it functional.
You should put some pictures on your group.
I did a few years back, actually, but I can find them again.
Yeah, I'd say that's worth it. So this was when you had one small kid.
Yes.
Okay. So, do you tackle any of these? I mean, that sounds amazing. I actually had no idea that you did that. And I'd love to see the pictures. Do you tackle those types of big projects now, or are you kind of retired from that?
I haven't done it in a long time because the channel just takes up so much time. I'm trying to get back into more of my creative side. I was talking about that the other day on my last giveaway that I'm doing on the Hyperdrive. Because I haven't done it in a long time. My wife, has been bugging me about it. She's like, you have a channel now. You can show people what you do, and maybe it'll turn into something more. Yeah. I figure I'm going to give it a shot. So the first thing I'm getting back into is illustration, and I've learned recently that I can paint models. So I'm trying to get into that. I got my first commission is to paint the Bandai Perfect Grade Millennium Falcon. Nice. I just finished the D'Agostini, and and that was awesome. And I love the way that one came out. And a lot of people gave me a lot of props for that. So that's how this commission turned out. So that's going to be my actual first one that I'm actually getting paid for, and we'll see where that goes. That's another avenue that I might get into. Also taking in commissions for building models and painting.
Damn. So. Wow, I know there's no shortage of a need for that, especially with companies like Bandai Models, and you were getting into models really heavily pretty recently. You were hunting down models, and did you put a lot of those together? I
have them all downstairs. I put 4 of them together so far, but I haven't painted them yet.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm getting to that. I have so far I've only put together a TIE Fighter, TIE Advance, TIE Interceptor, and an X-Wing is what I got done so far.
Dude, that's amazing, because I know a lot of Star Wars collectors in our community purchase Merlin models that are unpainted. These really nice model kits just in general are coming out, or shoot, would you consider doing kit statue painting? Are you going to get into that, or just stick to models?
I'm actually gonna try to pick up that I didn't get Merlin's, but the other one that's coming out, the Star Wars. I forgot what it's called. I forgot what his page is called, but his name is Marcel.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's making a 1-to-1 scale, or not to 1-to-1 scale, but a studio scale AT-AT. So I'm picking up that one, and that's one of them that I plan on doing on the channel where I build it, paint it. You know, I've seen the master replicas in person. Wasn't really a fan of the paint job on the master replicas so much. So I'm gonna try to see if I can improve that one a lot.
Dude, that's awesome. I had no idea. Well, dude, I hope that really turns into something special for you, because if you love it and it turns out real nice and people like it, it's another good resource for the community. Just because I can't paint stuff. Shane, can you paint stuff?
You fuck the wall, but
the wall, yeah. I can paint the wall. John, do you ever dabble in like artistic stuff like that?
No, you can't even barely read my writing, so.
So
I didn't know I could do it until I never did airbrush painting ever until I got the Falcon, and then my friend Joseph, he's in the chat actually. He tells me, he gives me these ideas of what to do because he's done it before, and I watched a few YouTube videos, so I get an idea, and I figured, the hell with it, I'm gonna try it. You know, what's the worst I could do? I just take and put thinner on it, take it back off, and and see what happens. So
true.
Yeah.
Well, here you go, George. We got.
George, I gotta call bullshit on something. You started off by saying you're not handy, and now you're telling us you built everything, you paint everything, you do stuff. Like, what don't you fucking do? Like
that's why my wife is making me do stuff. I'm like, so yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I think it's just I don't know that I could do it until I try it. So it's like my mind is like, man, people ask me, can you do this? And then I sit there and I'm like, well, I've never done it before. So it's like my mind goes immediately to no, but then when it's for me and I'm like, I figured, yeah, I'm gonna give it a try and see what happens.
You sound pretty handy to me.
Oh,
Thank you.
Here you go. We have Anthony Rogers, who's a real good guy, and
I know him, Anthony.
Yeah.
He's awesome. Yeah.
Reach out to him, Anthony. I'm sure that'd be a nice one.
Absolutely. Man.
Let's see. So yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of like me with laundry or cooking dinner. It's like, well, I don't know if I know how to, but my wife does a great job at both of those. but the minute I start doing something like building something in the room or whatever, it's like, oh, we got to do this for the nursery, and you got to build that, and we got to paint that wall. It's like, oh, okay, well, I want to do it for my room, so I have to do it for the other rooms too. So I understand that. Well, dude, that's really awesome. Now you mentioned lightsabers before. Do you build custom lightsabers? Is that something that you want to go down that path?
I don't know if I'm going to go back to that. I started doing that. I made a Luke Return of the Jedi. We had a mill machine at the shop, so we milled that completely out of aluminum, and it looked legit. It was pretty nice. The easy ones to build were like the Anakin Skywalker. You can acquire the parts. Back then, it was really and still very difficult to find an authentic Graphics.
Yeah.
So the only thing that I was actually able to get my hands on was an MPP flash handle, and I was planning on making the Darth Vader from that, and that's where it kind of stopped. It's like I made the Luke, I made a few of them, I sold them on eBay, and what I would do is I would mill them again out of aluminum, but then I went through the whole presentation, like I looked at the way Master Replicas was releasing them, and I was like, okay, you need a display base, you need a plaque, you need a glass or an acrylic case to put it in. So it's not just the lightsaber, and I put on there, hey, this is not Master Replicas, this is mine. And I would get people buying them, and I was selling them for, I think back then they were like $150 for the whole thing. This was, you're talking about, when did episode 2 come out? It was like 2001 or 2002?
Long time ago,
long time ago. So it was a long time ago, and I sold a few of those, and with that money, I bought my first Master Replicas, which was I think at that point the Yoda is the one that I got, and then I made a few more of them, and I bought the Master Replicas. What's his name? Darth Maul. I had that for a while.
Nice.
So yeah,
damn,
it's cool.
Is there anything, I guess, painting or creative wise, that you do not like to do?
I'm not a musician. So I'm not really good at that. If you want to go with that, I like art. So I try to dabble in everything. I've done I've done sculpting. That's what I started at. I went to college for computer animation and digital sculpting.
Oh, cool.
So I actually dabbled a little bit in ZBrush, Maya. I did, I wanted to be a cartoon animator, but like for Pixar or and then everybody has the dream of making a movie, but that was my thought behind that. And then that moved into illustration and traditional sculpting, which my teachers were always pushing me towards, just because they thought I did better at that. But so those were my main focuses in college when I was at art school. I'm not very good at like abstract art. I can't wrap my hand around it. And I took a couple classes about it, and I don't know. I appreciate it, but it's just difficult for me to do it. So,
dude, that's really awesome. This is all stuff that's completely new to me. I think that's amazing. I had no idea that you did that. But at least now, anyone watching this video now or in the future, George is a good community member, especially in the Star Wars community. And he knows Star Wars. So if you want something that looks like it came from the movie, and he's willing to do it for you, definitely reach out to George. I think that's wonderful. Do you guys have any more questions about anything?
I was going to ask George, what are your 3 favorite Star Wars movies in order?
in order, Empire Strikes Back, Rogue One, and you're probably not gonna laugh at me about this, because it's a toss up between Return of the Jedi and Episode 2. I like Episode 2 a little more than Return of the Jedi, so I'll go Episode 2.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Huh? 3 as my third.
Episode 3? Yeah, Episode 3 is cool too. I like that one. I don't know. The thing with Episode 2 is that it was the first time I got to see Yoda fight,
Yeah.
And that was so cool. And I remember the experience when I went to go see it in the theater. It's like a whole theater roared. It was
Yes.
I go seeing like a sporting event, I was just like, this is great,
Yeah.
So
I remember that.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that's interesting. So you might be the only person that has Episode 2 in their top 3. That's amazing.
Yeah, I think I am. I always hear everybody hating on it because of all the dialogue, right? All the love dialogue that sucked.
Yeah. But when it comes down to it, I mean, you're right. That fight scene, when he pulls out his saber, was probably one of those amazing movie moments. I remember being in the theater too, and it's all silent, and people are like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So
Yeah.
you mentioned Rogue One is your number 2. Did you see the new trailer for
Andor? I'm excited. I can't wait for that.
What are your thoughts on that?
I'm really excited about it. It's cool to see a return to that era. I want, but see the type of stories that I didn't even know I wanted to see. Like Rogue One, the whole idea, like if you pitched it to me, we're going to tell you a story about how these guys got the Death Star plans, I would have been like, where the Jedi at, But then I get into the story and I was like, wow, this is really well done. These guys, you feel for them. Diego Luna, awesome to get, somebody Mexican playing or a prominent role like that. That was really cool. It just was a really great story. And then the way it tied into A New Hope was flawlessly.
Yes.
Getting to see Tarkin again and Leia at the very end was really great. The Vader scene was really awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So now we're going back to that. Now we get to see how the rebellion was built. That's awesome. I really want to see that. And I really think that was Princess Leia that I saw in the trailer. So I'm like kind of hoping that it is, and that we're going to see some more of that. So I'm thinking that was Leia. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even pick that. I watched it like I was in the middle of doing something. I'm like, damn, this looks. I need to go back and rewatch it now.
Yeah.
Crap.
I just assumed it was actually Leia. So now you're saying it might not be. Maybe I'm wrong. I just assumed everyone would assume it was Leia.
Yeah, like nobody's saying it. Like I didn't see anybody. Like I watched Star Wars Theory, and I when I think of something, I'm almost expecting him to put it up, and then I'm like, okay, I'm not going to say anything about it. But nobody said it, so I'm like, screw it, I'm going to say it. That looks like Leia, and then if it comes out, I'm the one that said it.
Oh, damn, that's awesome. Okay, yeah, when is that coming out? August? End of August?
September 29th, I think, or September 21st, somewhere around there.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all.
Yeah.
Well, dude, is there anything else that you want to mention about your collecting or your channel or your commission work or anything like that before we talk about some pickups and maybe collecting news?
No, not about the channel, man. Just if you guys are not, or obviously everybody that's coming to this channel is already collecting, but collect what you like, not the hype, is something that a good friend of mine used to say, and that always rings true for everything. So just have fun with collecting. You know, just because I bash something doesn't mean it's the worst thing in the world. You know, if you like it, that's what matters. You know.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, George, you talked about, I laughed because everyone who's been collecting a while, we all started off with these Mod Podge of pieces, and then you're like, fuck, nothing here goes together. Like, I need focus, right? You need focus. And when I started talking to Mike a few years ago, that was one of the first things I said to him. Focus.
Yeah.
Now he just focuses literally on fucking everything. He buys like, focus on what you like and go from there. And it was funny when you said that, because I did the same thing at one point. I'm like, what do I have? I like all these pieces individually, but nothing goes together. And I got like OCD for that, right? And I had to sell a lot and refocus. And what do I really love? And yeah, it was pretty funny when you said that.
Yeah, I'd hear that.
And someone in the chat too, I think it was Jeff Road or Jeff S said that they same thing. That, hey, I just bought whatever the hell I wanted. I really liked it, and then all of a sudden, damn, now I have all these things. But you know what? You may buy some stuff and then sell the wrong pieces, aka the JND Wonder Woman 84 to John by accident because it just doesn't fit in your collection at the time. But now it would fit beautifully. But that's okay. We all make mistakes.
Yes, I have my regrets.
We all do.
But and that's something too. You know, something that Shane talks about is collector regrets, and you know what are some regrets that you have, and we all make mistakes, and you know, we always talk about the happy stuff with collecting, but what are some of the sad things? We're not going to talk about anything sad tonight, but let's see. Yeah, here. Let's see. Anthony says Mike has a focus, presence pieces. Now that is true. Now I think that, you know, I don't have everything, but I do have big pieces, and so I'm just kind of looking around my room, and you know, XM Hulkbuster, Prime 1 Godzilla bust, you know, Queen Studios half scale Mark 7. For Queen Studios Thanos, which should be here end of the week, you know, Prime 1, you know, Jet Power Optimus, big pieces. But you can have a room, I think, that has different things, but still works. Mm-hmm. I know we had, you know, Flankster last week, and then we talked to him together the week before, and he's a little OCD, and he admits it, but, you know, you have to have things together and it has to fit perfectly and you can't mix scales. Then you have other people like Shane who, you know, Shane, tell me your rules again. What are your collecting rules?
So I collect 1/4 scale. I do have a few 1/3 scale pieces that are on pedestals, but I collect 1/4 scale. I have all my Star Wars. Well, those are all Sith and Empire together. Bounty Hunters over there, all my Transformers, all my Marvel, all the Spider-Man and villains, all the X-Men and villains. I group everything together, just like Sean, actually. I don't like to mix and match scales. Mm-hmm. I don't buy two of the same character. So I buy what I think is the best interpretation, and that's what I go with.
And for your Transformers, you only do G1, no Bayformers. And then
except Shockwave. I'm getting that motherfucker for sure.
Get out of here.
No Bayformers at all.
Okay.
They look cool aesthetically. I think they're amazing.
Yes.
But they're not my Transformers. I'm a G1 guy.
That's fair.
Nice.
And Star Wars villains only?
Yeah, no Jedi scum here. All Sith, Dark Side, or Bounty Hunters, or you know, I got Grievous, so Trade Federation, and I got Grand Admiral Thrawn, so Empire. But that's it. I don't do any Jedi. I don't do any Rebels. I don't do any of that.
Go rewind for a second. Do you have the original Sideshow Grievous?
I was about to ask that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I also have the custom cape for it. But I don't display it with a cape. I'm not, you know me in mixed media. I'm not the biggest fan. So.
Oh yeah, that's your other rule. No mixed media. I'm surprised you left that out.
Although with that being said, I did go with the mixed media on the Hush Superman because I liked the way it looked better. I didn't like the sculpted cape. It took too much room to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I got a custom one for that, and that's probably about it for mixed media. Yeah, that's it.
So
Just cape.
I want to ask the same question to John. What, if any, are your collecting rules?
Unfortunately, right now I don't have too many, and that's a problem. And I've ran into as I've kind of moved my room around, putting new racks up and stuff. And I'm just kind of like, I need to focus a little bit. So I've kind of been axing. I'm pretty much going to be mostly out of the Hot Toys game and just go less is more is kind of my philosophy, and go with, a few bigger pieces. I kind of was in the half scale, 1/3 a little bit. And now I'm kind of, as Mike and Shane know, talking today, I'm leaning to maybe going into half scale on some things, like with Marvel, have like the Trinity together instead of having a ton of 1/4, where you collect them all. Just do a few of them, to where you just have a few pieces and not, 10 to 20 of the same genre. So it's hard, though. It's very hard because we live in a world today where they make everything and everything's cool and we want everything. So it's easy, where I sell stuff too and get stuff in all the time. It's hard for me not to be like, I want this or that, So yeah, it's not an easy thing to do. So those that do it, deserve a lot of props because it's not easy.
Yeah, I agree.
I also only collect statues. I don't do busts, and I don't do any Hot Toys or anything with points of articulation. I don't touch that.
Shane, I'm kicking you off this thing here. You have too many rules. What the hell, man?
You gotta stick with it, man. Rules, discipline.
Okay, hold on. All right, George.
Yeah.
What rules, if any, do you have for collecting?
I mean, other than sticking mostly to Star Wars, I don't really have too many. As I collect statues, I collect lightsabers, I collect Hot Toys figures, and I mean, pretty much anything that's cool to me, I'll pick up. But I try to keep it focused with Star Wars and mostly original trilogy and Clone Wars themed, mostly. Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at.
I found it to be a lot easier when I was doing primarily Star Wars, and I was doing all Star Wars, but still, you know who you buy from. You have certain commissioners that you go to. Certain things are coming out certain times of the year, and it's pretty easy and predictable. Now, when you collect everything in all genres and IPs and scales, you're literally probably getting hit with an invoice once a week, twice a week, sometimes 3 at the same time. Oh, look, Queen Studios just dropped their Mark 50 quarter scale, their Captain America half scale, and what else did they drop recently? Behind the scenes videos that, hey, look, these are first batch of shipping pretty soon. So it's dangerous to be an everything collector. That being said, I think that, John, I agree with you that at this point, I think less is more, but also the bigger the thing that's coming through my door, the more impressed I am. My favorite things by far that I have in my room are the huge things, because there's so much presence. The details now, especially Infinity Studios, Queen Studios, Prime One, is so good. My goal is to get the definitive piece of that character and be done. And unless something crazy comes out, I'll sell it and I'll get the new crazy. But I feel like, and I'll just go around the panel. I feel like we're at a time now where you're getting peak collectible, meaning, you can have your favorite character and have it perfect in any scale almost in your collection. Do you guys think we've reached peak quality? Let's start with John. What do you think?
I think we've just begun, unfortunately, because I mean, how many new companies are coming out in the statue game, and we're just at the beginning of silicone. I mean, we haven't even seen the beginning of Star Wars getting licensed out to these bigger companies. It hasn't even begun. And that's where I'm kind of like, I sit back and I'm like, is it going to become so oversaturated, especially with the prices that we're paying now, it makes me wonder, because we really are at the beginning game of all of this. So
Like
Yeah.
George is sweating.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, if they come out, there's a few characters I would like in a silicone. Like I would really like a Darth Vader, Anakin.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
silicone face. Man, I would buy that. That would be the. And I've told Queen Studios like all the time. Anytime I talk to John, I'm like, Vader, get him, do it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Now,
You know?
George, are you talking about Vader reveal or Anakin Skywalker?
Anakin Skywalker, but like Return of the Jedi. You know.
Yeah.
Man, I'm losing my train of thought with the actor's name. I don't know why. But,
Oh shoot.
why am I losing my? This is what happens with live videos. I can't remember.
Are you talking about Anakin?
Yeah, Anakin.
Hayden?
Huh?
No, not Hayden.
No. The actor.
and
The
not-
actor from
not
Return of the
Prowse.
Jedi. Not Prowse. You know, and somebody's gonna write in the chat, and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, that's who you're talking about."
Dude, I would love that. If
Yes.
Queen or Infinity, I would buy it full pay immediately.
Yes, me too. And I would
Like,
get rid of everything I needed to get rid of. See, those are things that I do. Maybe that's a rule. All right. So
There we go.
what I do there is if I get something that's going to be, you know, that much more, or something that's going to be that much for presence, then I will get rid of other things to compensate for me getting that one piece. So I'm not, you know, going into the bank account and buying over again. You know, so it's like I'll move. Sebastian Shaw. That's the name. Yeah, I knew it was with an S. It was Samsonite. No. But that's something I do. I will let go of some other things for that. So
yeah, dude, that's okay. So that's real interesting. Shane, what do you think? Peak quality or is it improving?
I kind of agree with John. I think we're just starting to see it with the silicone and the rooted hair, stuff like that. If that's what you're into. Me, I'm not really into that right now, but who knows in the future. I think there's more to come. There's more companies opening up, more customs.
Point.
I already think the market's way oversaturated.
Mhm.
Ultimately, I think that this hobby is going to take a huge crash in the future.
I think so.
You might not be able to get anything for your pieces. Luckily, I don't have them for resale. That's not why I have them. If I ever have to, then I will. But I have them just because I love to have them. But yeah, I think there's still more to come. But we're definitely there.
Yeah.
We're starting to get there anyway.
Yeah. So Sean says detail won't get any better, just more of it. Yeah, more details and more things. Infinity really is pretty damn good. They're one-to-ones. Queen
it's like
Studios,
ultra real.
Oh yeah, dude. Look at JND 1/3. I mean, they keep getting better and better.
Yeah.
And they're right. They're perfecting their techniques. I do think it'll be interesting to see what happens over the next like 3 to 5 years with wherever the economy's going and global markets and all that stuff. You know, there's always new people coming into the collecting field. Every single day I meet someone who will reach out to me or post on our Facebook group, hey, I'm new to collecting, or I watch your show, I really like it, I want to start doing stuff. And a lot of people are starting with Hot Toys or Marvel Legend or whatever, but they worked their way up. I found a picture of my room from about 3 years ago, and it's like 3 3/4, 6-inch, couple Hot Toys, like Hasbro stuff, and it was awesome, and I freaking loved it. But then you start talking to people, you meeting people, you start watching all these YouTube channels, and you're like, holy crap, there's a Prime One Studios barricade that looks like it jumped right off the Michael Bay movie screen, and I loved that as a kid. Transformers 1 came out when? Early 2000s?
2006, I think.
Yeah.
Around
so so that's one of my when that came out, one of my favorite movies. And so I just opened that barricade and posted it this week, and damn, I mean, it's just a lot of people may not care for it. I know, Shane, it's not your Transformer, but this
still looks cool.
It looks awesome, and it has a nostalgia. And I feel the same way with Star Wars and Marvel and all that stuff, even though Marvel's more recent. I mean, when did the first Iron Man come out? That was
2008 or 2006 or somewhere in there.
That's not
7 or 8.
Yeah.
So I mean, who knows what's going to come out over the next 10 years and what new things, but dude, I think we live in a really cool time. I think that it's really awesome. And what you were saying, hot toys are getting better. So hot toys is feeling the pressure from InArt and other upstart, customs and 6 scale. This is gonna make George sweat. XM Star Wars line, if they expand their Star Wars,
It'd be nice if they did.
Well,
It would
they're
be
supposed
great.
to come out with another Vader. They talked about it.
It would be awesome. Well, that would be awesome. That'd be great. As I think XM has some of the best quality out there, but I think what's really going to kill people is going to be when Queen, JND, or Infinity gets access to Star Wars and they're putting out 1-to-1 scale, Obi-Wan Kenobi bust.
Yeah, and it looks like him. That's the thing, really. It's because that's ultimately because it's a movie collectible, and that's funny because when I started collecting, I didn't want movie collectibles. I liked Star Wars, but I didn't like the movie collectibles because I felt like they couldn't get the accuracy of the actor perfectly. But now, I was at Comic-Con and I was looking at a Chris Evans, and I'm like, what and Loki and what's his name, Doctor Strange. That looked just like Doctor Strange. I was like, holy shit, Go here to take a selfie with him.
Dude, exactly, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. I feel like we've reached peak quality. If you buy something now and you put it on your shelf like that, that Doctor Strange, I don't know if you can do much better. I don't know how you can do much better. I think you'd be satisfied with something like that for a very, very long time. Now, I know there's all the things about medical grade silicone and what happens to it over time, 20, 30 years. We'll find out. But it's just like anything in life. You gotta do it, you wait, and you see what happens. But hey, someone asked a question. This is way off topic, but we're kind of talking about Marvel. Someone asked, if you had to pick one single quarter scale Iron Man piece, what would you pick? Do you guys have any thoughts on that?
For me would be I like the XM Studios Mark 7 is my favorite statue for a quarter scale. That came out a few several years ago. That was a real cool one.
Man, there's a lot of them.
Even the new Queen Studios stuff is really nice, man. That stuff is great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. Let me here you go. I'll bring the screen up here. So sorry, I forgot who asked for this. Let me share my screen. And boom, here we go. Yeah,
that one.
This is
always wanted that one.
Dude, this is pretty awesome looking. That's
I don't think I've ever seen this. Oh yeah, I have. I forgot about this piece.
This is sick.
I think this piece is awesome. I'm just not a fan of the base.
I like that the statue can be very different because you got him there looking like he's floating, right? But then you all can also have him look like he's landing into the base.
I think Iron Man is one of my favorites for 1/4 scale. I just don't like the base.
There you.
Which one, Shane?
That one, the XM.
I didn't even know this existed.
Yeah, it came out a few years ago.
Damn it! I wonder if I could.
Quite a few years ago. I feel old looking at that now.
Yeah, but it looks nice though.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. There's no light up features on it. The Mark III from Sideshow, the maquette was a real nice one too. That one's pretty good. And,
is that the one where they made his feet a little too dirty?
Yeah, it was very muddied. Very muddy feet. Not all of them were the same way, but you can use an eraser to take some of it off.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you who made the video about that?
No, my friend did. What was his name? Carlitos Superlobo.
Okay, I remember watching the video about taking the dirt off.
Yeah, because we were talking about it. He's like, I'm going to do this video putting an eraser to it. Because the guys over at Immortalized in Stone, man, they would do some stuff that I was like, you could do that? Like they would clean the statue, because they would get it from the factory and the factory had dust on it and stuff like that. These guys would literally take the statue and give it a soapy bath, Oh my God. And I'm listening to this and I'm like, you're going to take this, $800 statue and put it in a tub. But then when they got done with it, I mean, it looked pristine,
Chris actually does that. He washes his statues in warm soapy water and then rinses it off and dries it really well. Looks brand new. It's fantastic.
Yeah, looks brand new.
Posted a video of it before.
Yeah, trying to think of
Wait.
another one that I liked a lot too. Well,
Choose
now
it.
the Queen Studios ones are great.
Oh yeah, let's
Yeah.
see. Yeah, let's pull them up. Yeah, I don't. I think if you're not trying to back collect, you can't go wrong with any of the Queen Studios. You know, we most of us got the Mark 7 in the quarter
Mhm.
scale, phenomenal.
You like that one? I'm waiting on that one still.
Yeah, no, I really like it. I know that some people like Sean and a few others had some, you know, concerns about all the different batteries and stuff. I didn't put in any of the damn batteries because they're all individualized. But you know, just the presence of the statue is really nice. He's nice and tall,
Mhm.
Is
and
that
I
the
know
one
some
where
people
he's
had
on the rock, Mike, with his
it's one
legs?
there, yeah, where he's on the rock. Yeah,
That
he's
one's
kinda-
beautiful. I don't care for the flat paint. The pictures look really flat. I like more of a metallic sheen.
in real life, it's matte paint, but it does have a sheen to it.
Oh,
It's not like flat. Like, hey,
the
this looks
pictures
like
look
a
flat. That's why.
yeah. No, this it's almost like see, okay, the Mark 7 half scale by Queen Studios is like the bright Ferrari red, which is totally not movie accurate. I don't care because it looks badass.
Yeah, I love that.
You know, the quarter scale that I have over here, it is movie accurate. It's matte and it's more of like it's almost like more of a burgundy red, but it's I don't know how to say it. It shines, but it's not shiny. I don't know how to describe it.
All right.
So I don't know if that makes people feel better. Dude, this Iron Studios is pretty cool too. There's an X version. Anyway,
You know,
okay.
one quarter
I
scale
think it's
Iron
got-
Man is awesome. The XM that comes with the Hulkbuster.
Yeah, I think it's pretty dope
Yeah.
too.
That
If
is
you
a
can
thick
afford it,
Iron Man, just on its own.
if you can afford it, and if you got the space, that thing is huge.
But minus the Hulkbuster. I'm just talking the Iron Man.
Oh yeah,
That's
the
a
Iron Man's pretty.
quarter scale Iron Man.
Oh yeah, that looks fabulous. Yeah, this. Hold on.
Oh, you got it.
Look at Mike on the wall.
Yeah, you can't see him through the. So I agree. That quarter scale Iron Man by himself is freaking awesome.
He
But
might
the
be one of my favorites.
The Hulkbuster with him coming out of it is, I think that's my number one statue by far. I don't think I'd ever sell that ever. And I sell things every like 3 months, basically 3 months.
It is super impressive, man. I saw it at Alan's house, my friend Alan, when I went down there to go see him, and I just couldn't. I was blown away by it. You know, and
You just, damn. I mean, the light ups are great. I agree. Just you could have it as two separate statues. And it looks amazing. You have it as him coming out. It looks amazing. What I'm really curious to see. Okay, yeah, that's my vote. If you can afford it and you have the space, and if you can find one, most importantly, XM Hulkbuster. It's comic. It's not movie. It's comic. But damn, it is. If I had to sell every statue and keep one, I'd probably just keep that one.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, even over Jet Power Optimus. I love Jet Power Optimus, but
Wow.
that there's just so much presence and so much dynamic action to it. Damn, the damn thing weighs like 150 pounds.
Get Thanos and Sauron if you still feel that way.
Yeah.
I said statue, not bust. Hey, this is a good question. I know we're ad-libbing tonight. We're having fun. I hope you guys are too. George, and I asked George this question this morning. George, did you get the new Grievous? We know we
did get it, but I haven't gotten it. Yeah, I have it ordered, but it should be here this week. I think I ordered it from Bits and Buttons, so I should be seeing it soon.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, we're all we're definitely looking forward to that review. And John, you have a couple Grievouses that you need to sell?
Yeah, I only have, I think, one left.
Is that the one that you're sending to me potentially, or do you have
Not
one
yours.
reserved?
I'm waiting for you to give me an answer.
Let's talk about that Grievous for a second, because there are a lot of Star Wars collectors here tonight. Which, by the way, I think we're running around 25 to 30 live viewers. So if you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and hit the like button. And we've been doing really cool, and I've been having so much fun. I want to keep up the fun. So I saw a couple in-hand pictures of the Grievous, and it's about as tall, lightsaber-wise, or it's taller than like the MYC Tusken Raider. It's pretty big statue.
It's big.
So
Yeah.
I think that, you know, presence pieces. Unlike George, and John, I'm not a super huge prequels guy. You know, even though I saw them in the theaters and all that stuff, I'm just my Star Wars. I'm kind of paring down a little bit, mostly to, you know, original trilogy stuff. But at the same time, I also like mecha things, Transformers, you know, Hulkbusters, you know, Iron Man stuff. And Grievous to me is kind of like a mecha. You know, he would fit in not just with Star Wars, but, you know, with all of your, you know, robotic type creatures. So and plus he has 4 lightsabers. I think that getting it from John, you can't go wrong because he has the best prices on these things. And of course, we have our other resellers that we like, you know, that you can get it from as well, and get pretty good prices. But I think I'm going to pull the trigger. I'm just not sure yet. But I'm going to give John a definitive answer probably by tomorrow. Sorry, John.
All right.
It'll be a yes, John.
Probably.
When have I ever said no?
You'll be surprised though, Mike, how big the box is.
Really?
Yeah, it's a big
Oh
box.
man, jeez.
Yeah.
Like XM size box or almost?
I mean, it's
Not
I
your
heard it
typical
was a big
Sideshow.
box.
it's bigger than almost Prime 1's box.
Oh no.
Probably a little bit more. It's a big box. The thing is though, I haven't opened one yet myself, but there's gaps in it, so the box kind of, some of them got beat up, so I think they got like a lot of extra padding on it. So
I heard it's super delicate. That's the only thing I
Yeah.
heard about. So
yeah.
So was the original. It's the most fragile fucking statue I've ever seen. I actually have my brother here today. He just left, and we took one last look, and I just showed him. I just touched the Grievous, and the whole thing's like wobbling. I'm like, ah,
oh no.
baby.
Okay.
Uh,
If that's like that, I will mention that.
All right. Well, let's see. People are now messaging me about the Grievous. Okay. Anywho. Dude, let's talk about let's see. If anyone has any more questions in the chat, go ahead and throw them in there. Jeff, yeah, I saw your message. Damn, 27 inches tall on that Grievous. Oh crap, he can't go on top shelf in this room. He can go on top shelf in the other room. Okay. Yeah, for the price, it's definitely not too bad, I think. As soon as other companies get their hands on the Star Wars license, I think you're going to see a, you know, 12, 13, 14, you know, just taking advantage of that license and probably paying for that license.
You know what I thought a big miss for Grievous was? The old and the new one.
Yeah.
They should have the hands be able to rotate so you could put the lightsabers whatever direction you want.
oh yeah.
That'd be cool.
It's Grievous. I mean, he could fucking rotate his wrist however he wants.
Yeah,
I
dude,
always thought that was a miss.
That would have been cool.
no one said anything really bad yet. You know, everyone, I know people are making fun of the ooze and Ninja Turtles, but hey, we're Ninja Turtle fans here. Whatever. Is anyone in the chat getting this? I know a few of you are.
It doesn't look nice.
It looks really nice. The paint apps look really cool. I think the weathering looks nice. I don't know how I'd display him. I'm not sure with or without the cape. It'd be awesome if the inside had a little bit more characterization and details, kind of like where his like fake or where his organic heart was. I don't remember him in ooze. Do you guys remember like?
I don't think that's ooze. Those are display screens from the so in Revenge of the Sith at the beginning of the movie he fights Kenobi and Anakin aboard the ship, and the screens had green displays.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense now. Yeah, that makes beginning of Revenge of the Sith. Okay, now I know a lot of us probably don't blacklight our statues, but I thought this was kind of some of us probably don't want to blacklight our statues. But hang on.
Especially Pain.
This is kind of cool, actually. Yeah, especially Pain. Pain, definitely not. Yeah. This is kind of a cool feature. I'd maybe buy a blacklight for this, and that'd be kind of neat.
I'll be right back.
That's pretty sweet. So okay, yeah, we'll by next week we will have an answer of what's going on here.
Yeah.
Sideshow lied about the height. Okay, so 27 inches, not 21. Okay. Black.
It is big. I was pretty stunned by the size when I saw it at the con.
Yeah.
To go along with this one, Doctor Doom's coming, and I did get a notice that Carnage is coming too here soon. I don't know if anybody said that, the premium format.
Both of those.
That's a nice
just
looking one.
dropped. Both of those. Dude, XM is pumping some stuff out. Hey, let's John, do you want to go through? We can keep ad-libbing. Anything really pertinent come out this week?
Yeah, let me pull this up. I wanted to show
Actually, Sideshow Dr. Doom.
What'd you guys think about the Mythos, the new Mythos Vader? Did you guys order that one already?
Oh,
for sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's.
I thought it looked good. I don't do 1/5, but I still prefer the original, the OG.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it looks really good.
Yeah, very, very nice statue. This is a very nice statue too in person. Personally, I'd display it without the flag behind him, but I like it.
Yeah.
This is not bad.
It's great. I know it's a very big statue. I saw it in person, and details are really nice. You know, Daniel Bell.
Damn, 33. Yeah. Oh, this is pretty cool. Not a bad price either. That's a pretty nice price too.
If I was getting that though, I would want the green to pop a little more. I find it drab. Like XM is my favorite license company. I absolutely love XM. I own over 20 of them, but a lot of their stuff is really drab and dull. The paint.
Yeah,
and I don't know why they do that. Obviously, they do it on purpose, but I can't figure out why. And also, Sideshow followed that with this Doom. It looks great, but it's kind of drab.
The other thing I feel about XM Paint is they don't do shades so often. Like it seems to like they do a lot of just like this is one color and that's what we're gonna do. Like what happened with my my Anakin statue that I got recently. That's like the entire cloak there's just one color the whole way through it.
Are you talking the older one, the older Anakin?
Yeah, the Anakin that came out with the 3, and they had like a Vader and a smaller Anakin. But there's a lot of them that are like that. I mean, some of them they do. Like I'm looking at the Malik and the Revan, and there's so much color in those.
What it is, it's all their older pieces. They didn't do any shading at all. They're Thor, they're Thanos, I think Ant-Man, all the older pieces from like 4+ years ago. They didn't do shading. Then they started doing shading. But it's still, a lot of it is still drab and dull and dark. Like they're Beast, they're Rogue, it's just dark. I don't really know why.
I'd want the Randy statue more than anything else there.
Yeah, I figured we'd start off with a few newer releases.
I saw that unboxing those guys did. Oh my god, man! All of them lifting up that statue was crazy,
dude. Where is it? Randy? Yeah, Randy's probably working right now.
He was on here earlier.
Yeah, I saw him. Dude, he sent me this the night he unboxed it because this is actually mine that he's standing in front of.
Really?
Yeah. This is coming to my house in I don't know, end of the year maybe.
It's the 7, right?
It's 7.
Yeah.
The Mark 7.
Yeah. So I almost didn't want to watch the unboxing video. I'm afraid of
I hear you on that, man. You get that and you don't want any other Iron Man. That is a great piece right there.
So that space directly behind this Batman's going to move. He's going to go in the other room, but that Iron Man's going to be right against that wall next to the TV.
That's going to be cool.
I can't wait, man.
You're getting another one though, right, Mike?
I'm getting the 7, and I told him I might want the 85, but the 85 is like another probably year and a half out. We'll have to see like where I'm at in a year and a half and what's going on. But I would like to have the 7 and the 85, and that's it. You, like George said, you don't need anything else. You're done.
You don't. Yeah.
I mean, it's perfect. Can you imagine having like the 85 next to Thanos? And it's just you're done. I'd want the Doctor Strange, which I currently don't have on pre-order. And anyway.
I was amazed how fast this sold out.
Oh yeah, dude.
There's a lot of rich collectors nowadays, man.
I really didn't think it would, Was it like $12,000, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, it's about something like that.
Yeah.
But ES of 99. I mean, that's 99 people in the world. That's
See, that's something about Queen that I like, and JND and these other guys that are coming into the game with this stuff is that Sideshow would make that, and they would just have a open edition size, and they'll be there forever. You know, so
Right.
I like that
Kind
they're
of-
actually putting edition sizes on and making it limited.
Now, speaking of open edition sizes, Han Solo and Carbonite should be shipping this month for anyone that bought it.
A life size, huh?
Life size.
Nice.
Sideshow. I have one payment left, and it's coming like August. You know how Sideshow, if they're not getting something, they send you an email. They're like, "Oh, we push your payment back a month. We push your payment back a month." They did that for 3 months, and today's what, August 2nd, and my payment it's due August 5th. Didn't get an email yet. Might get one overnight, but I'm assuming that it's coming into their warehouse or they have it already and they're shipping. Because I know Junior is getting one. I'm getting one. Who else is getting it? A couple other people in the community. That's gonna be really sweet.
Yeah.
John's getting one. Mr. X.
Is X getting
Oh
one?
no, he's getting the life size Iron Man. Never mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's getting the 7. Is he getting the 7? He's getting the 7.
I think he's getting the 7. Yeah.
Yeah, he should be getting that pretty soon.
How much was that, Han, in Carbonite? 8?
Yeah, a little less than that. Yeah,
I want it.
dude,
I want it.
dude, 92 inches
Yeah.
tall. That's the problem. It's
Yeah, but I gotta think, right? Like, convert that to Canadian. You know, I'm looking at,
Oh.
even if it's 75, convert that to Canadian. I'm looking at about 10. Plus shipping and customs is going to kill me. Like, I'd be
Yeah.
looking at 12,000.
no
Something like
when
that.
when Sideshow offers free shipping in the United States. I'm guessing that doesn't apply to Canada.
I don't think so. Sometimes they do, if I'm not mistaken. I think I've seen like worldwide shipping or maybe North American free shipping, but it's rare. It's usually just US.
Yeah.
We don't count up here.
Well, I didn't say that. You did.
Fuck you, Mike.
Oh, John. So,
right.
John, you're pretty close to your Trinity here.
Yeah, this was in hand of collector getting this in hand, so I think she looks really good.
Mhm.
And like talking to Payne about it, there's something about a JND that when you get in hand is totally different than some of the pictures. I think
Yes.
can really come out, to distort it a little bit for some reason. So, yeah, I'll have all 3 of these. I got Catwoman in last week, and Wonder Woman, courtesy of Mike, that he keeps trying to get back.
Mhm. It's
So,
beautiful.
But there's
It's
something
beautiful.
about it, like just this picture. When you have all the JNDs together, it looks good, I think. So,
Yes.
yeah. So to the right of me, I'm probably going to fill this all up with JND slowly but surely. So, but,
And those are the 1/3, right, John?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How tall are they? Like Wonder Woman with the base. What are we talking here?
I don't know, 20 some inches. Yeah.
27, somewhere there.
Yeah, probably about 25. They're not super. The base is pretty small. It's only probably about 3 or 4 inches. But,
Yeah.
The one thing though about J&D, they are masters at packaging their stuff because most of their stuff comes in a box probably smaller than a Sideshow statue box for 1/3.
Wow.
So it's very nice not to have to haul, especially when you're dealing with Prime 1 all the time, dealing with 2 to 3 boxes all the time.
So J&D is a company I've never bought from. I haven't seen anything that piqued my interest yet for what I collect. How is their packaging? Like, we all know Prime 1's pretty good. XM is bomb-proof.
Yeah, I think they're slowly learning. I know that they've, each time there's been a few people that have had issues. I know on the Catwoman, some of them, the heads were like popping off. Luckily, the person I bought it from opened it up to make sure, because the box set came in for her was pretty, had a few punctures through it. So we were kind of worried about it, but mine was really good. I've luckily never had any issues with it. I know, like on the Joker one, which I have, a lot of people had issues with that one, stuff breaking on it. But they haven't, I don't think, quite perfected, and on their last video that they came out with, they talked about that. So, So hopefully they get it figured out, because when you're spending almost $3,000 on these, they better be bulletproof.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, and Mike, I hear you locked one down, Harley, huh?
Yep. So I know Payne told the story about Mira last Friday night.
Yeah.
With Harley, you know, we saw some of those first in-hand pictures, or were they in-hand, or anyway, first production pictures with nice lighting, and you know, I'm just like, I got to jump on this, and I found one on Shugo, and you know, it's whatever. Most people recommend Shugo, and you pay a little bit more because apparently they charge you Australian taxes, but it wasn't terrible. The conversion, you know, AUD to USD is really bad for Australians. You know, I locked it down. Yeah, it'll probably be the last one to get it, but I don't really care. I think that, you know, the Catwoman, I'm waiting on the Queen Studios, which was pushed back to Q4, which is fine.
Yeah,
Who cares?
I saw that. Yeah.
Who cares? There's plenty of stuff coming out now. Which, by the way, I just paid off Han and Carbonite, so hopefully Sideshow will ship him.
Nice. There's
plenty of stuff coming in. But yeah, I locked this one down because you're right. There's something about that JND quality. It's really nice. I think that she's one of the best ones. I love colorful things. I love the XM Hulkbuster, super colorful. I love Iron Man, super colorful. I think this will be great.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see it in hand.
Yeah. And didn't they tease on their last video that Superman's coming?
Yes.
So, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
That'll be a day one PO for me. I love Henry Cavill Superman. I'm actually waiting for the Infinity bust to hit Sideshow or to hit North American retailers in stock. I'm probably gonna pick up one of those.
Yeah. So
this is true. I'm not ever getting it back, but it's okay. And it's fine. Look, the JND piece that I want the most is Gal Gadot traditional style outfit.
Yeah,
100%.
See that.
Yeah. All right, moving on. This is the one. This is the one that got me today.
Yes.
Oh man,
you did it.
I haven't done it yet. I'll probably do it in the next few days. But,
Okay.
I think it's
okay.
dope.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I was kind of even dabbling like in the bust, you know, doing the Trinity in the bust, but I'm kind of like
I like the half scale better personally.
Yeah. So
wait, hold on, George. You saw these both in person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there a detail difference or just a presence difference?
It's a
between
color.
The half scale?
It's a color that I mean, they're both very impressive. I like, you know, full scale over a bust and any day, but the skin tone on the bust seemed more pale than on the half scale statue. Almost like it didn't seem real in that sense. That's the only thing I would say negative about that particular bust. All the other ones they had, the skin tone looked normal.
Okay.
So yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I'm curious to see this in hand. I'm sure. I didn't get this through Randy, so I won't get first batch. But Todd, I'm sure will get these probably a couple months, 2, 3, 4 months, maybe.
yeah. Yeah. Let me ask the panel here, because this has kind of been my dilemma: broken shield or intact shield?
I knew that was coming after reading the chat.
Yeah.
They're both really good. Personally, the full shield is cheaper, isn't it? By like $400.
Yeah, it's like
Wait,
$400.
You don't get both shields when you order this thing?
It's crazy that it's not a swap out. Exactly.
Why wouldn't it be a swap out?
Right.
Well, no, don't you get both? If you order,
they're special edition, and I think they didn't do too many of them. I think it was like only 99 had
the
broken shield.
You
So,
can't
I
do
thought
it
it was
with
a swap out.
both.
Oh man.
yeah,
Between the two, I would go with full shield,
yeah.
but they're both cool. So
Shit,
I would be movie accurate. I need broken shield for
I
that,
know.
but
well, I could tell you which one I bought. I bought the broken shield.
the broken shield.
Yeah.
But I thought it comes with the broken, and I thought that if you ordered, like Todd put his order in super early, and so all of his that he had available, and I think he still has them available, you get. I thought it was both. I didn't know it was.
It was
you
like
get-
a early release. If you ordered early from a certain date, supposedly you got that special broken shield.
Oh,
So.
I thought you got 2 though. Josh McCoy says 3-day PO period to get the broken one. But Josh, do you get both or just get one? That's my question. Oh, okay. Here we go.
You say you get
You
both.
get both.
Yeah.
Okay, but John, your situation is more complicated than just should I get broken or should I get regular. You basically need to ask the chat and the panel, is $400 extra worth
I know.
getting a broken shield?
Logically, no.
That's what I said.
But when you see it, you're like, I want both, you know? So
True. Okay, so half scale shield is going to be, what's the diameter on that thing? Do you think maybe like 16 inches maybe?
It's not super big.
That's probably about fair.
I'm looking at my Mark 7. I'm thinking probably a 14-inch diameter.
On that shield? Nah, I think it's more like 9 inches.
Really?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Hang
Yeah,
on.
8 to 9 inches on that shield, I would think.
It's half scale, right?
Half scale. Yeah, and the full scale is like 20, almost 30. I can't remember how much the full shield is. I'm over here with measuring tape. Like
If full scale is 30, then that should be 15. No?
15,
Okay,
yeah, something like that. I remember. I don't remember it being crazy big.
So that actually would make sense. Somewhere like 14 to 15 inches, because I just put it up against my half scale Iron Man, and that makes sense based on the proportion of the body it's covering. So okay, that's not too bad, but still, is it worth the $400, John? That's what I'm.
yeah.
That's what I'm questioning. It just depends on if you think you're gonna swap it out or not. And the other thing is, I need to ask PJ, because PJ told me that on the bust, and George, you can help me out too. PJ told me that the shield actually is like real leather straps and actually goes on the arm. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it has mixed media elements there. But yeah, so that's what I can remember of it. I just remember when I saw the bust, I wasn't as impressed as I was with the half scale statue. That was of the two.
That's fair. I mean,
So-
that
Oh,
I was tired of Costas one.
oh.
dude, every day is something new, man. Every day. Yeah, I mean, that bust looks amazing. I still go back and forth, though. I want the half scale or the bust, and maybe, I mean, the half scale is going to come out this year. I don't think the bust is coming out until next year. Maybe, who knows? Maybe we'll sell the half scale and get the bust. Who knows?
Right.
I prefer the half scale too.
I like just seeing I think it will look really sweet, next to Mark 85, and then, eventually, I know they're doing Infinity War Thor, but I think it'll look, the Trinity will look pretty cool.
That would look
Yeah.
cool, yeah. The bust.
Someone said it on Friday's show. Captain America, he looks depressed in the bust. And he does. Like there's no emotion. He's just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think you got to see it in person. I think people have to see it in person to judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
All
sweet.
right.
I can't wait for that.
We'll keep moving. I know you're excited about this one, Mike. Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
I'm not the only one excited. Kevin is excited for this. I think Josh, are you getting this one too? Josh McCoy. There's a bunch of people who've been waiting for this. This thing looks sweet, and
Yeah.
my only regret is that I didn't do Prime 1 Direct, so now I have to wait an extra however long it takes. Good old Josh at Comic Concepts to get it, because he got it too. So, I think this thing looks great. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Looks cool.
Yeah, so Kevin actually sold me his last night Optimus to make room for this Megatron. So thank you, Kevin. I love that Optimus. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And Chazen, okay, when this comes out in 2025,
Yeah.
I'll have enjoyed my Prime 1 for at least a couple of years. And then I'll sell it. I'll buy the one on the throne. That's fine.
Jason is all about that fucking Queen Megatron on throne.
Yeah.
All about it.
I really always wanted the XM Optimus That's the one that
Oh yeah,
I would love to get that.
that's
So
yeah,
XM,
that-
yeah.
yeah.
It sold for too much when I started getting into the Transformers. I missed the boat on it. So I
Yeah.
just went with Imaginarium Arts, and I'm happy with it. I mean, it cost
Yeah.
a fraction of the price. But
Imaginary Merch does great work. I like this stuff.
if I could get the XM for the same price or for retail, I would have switched Optimus to XM. All the rest I would keep Imaginarium Arts, but Optimus I would switch.
Yeah, it's one of those that like I have a Masters of the Universe series growing too. That's something else I forgot to mention that I got into. But so it's like there's a few 80s themes that I like and that I would like to get just small items for. I mean, not small items, but like one. So like if I had to get anything Transformers, it would be Optimus, right? And I like that XM Studios. If I was able to get that, I wouldn't even look at anything else anymore. And I got the life size bust of Skeletor coming.
yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
that thing is sick. So
Yeah.
That looks great.
yeah, so it's like, so I have those little few things, and then I want to get something G.I. Joe related. So I just have, my little 4 things I like from the 80s, that and Star Wars.
Who's your favorite G.I. Joe character? Because I'm
I like Snake Eyes. I like Roadblock. Snake Eyes mostly because, I've always been a thing about the ninjas. Yeah. But Sergeant Slaughter, when in the movie was really like my thing. I really, really loved the movie. The TV show too, but the movie was great.
Are you talking the animated movie or the movie?
The animated movie.
Okay, got it.
It's the only movie.
I was about to leave right now.
I mean, the music just like I showed it to my daughters the other day, and I'm over there like singing the song at the beginning. It's great, man. Cobra.
Right? So good. I do it all the time. I watch that. I watch the Transformers movie, like the animated movie.
Yeah, the animated.
Real movie. Sorry, Jason, but the real movie.
I do like the Bayformers. I really enjoyed Bumblebee. I like the.
Yes.
Bumblebee's a great movie.
Yeah,
That was a fantastic
One
movie.
of them all.
I felt like it was the best of them all, and they went with a Gen 1 style,
Yes.
morphing look to it. It wasn't like completely Gen 1, but it was really close. So
Yeah. I agree. If you're ever looking for a Snake Eyes, the Prime 1 statue,
Mhm.
or I know a really good custom statue. I'm getting the Storm Shadow from the guy. I know,
nice,
Snake Eyes that's being sold for really cheap, like Canadian, brand new, never opened.
nice. I think if I got GI Joe, I'd probably end up getting Scarlet though, because I named my daughter after her.
Oh,
So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
so that's and I got a Wonder Woman statue now, which I named my second daughter after Diana. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so like
awesome.
my first daughter's like, well, why don't I have a Scarlet? I'm like, it's coming. Just relax.
I wanted to pull this up here. Shane, you might like this, but Todd's running a sale on this
Imaginary
Starscream, Imaginary Art, Starscream Coronation on Throne. I've always loved this one. Can someone talk me out of this?
That statue is amazing. It's such a great statue for the shortest lived scene in a movie ever.
Right?
It lasted like 5 seconds, but that statue is great. He's selling it for a great price. And Mike, you should definitely do it. There's no talking about it.
We're supposed to do the opposite.
No, let's do a live buying right here. Right
Oh.
now.
No.
Oh,
Dude, I just did a live paying off Han Solo and Carbonite. It was behind the scenes, but
This is
this
a
actually
good
looks.
deal.
This looks. Oh, it's a great. It's a sick deal. 31 inches tall. I love the colors. But Shane, tell me about the quality of Imaginarium art. So you've had XM. You obviously have IA.
Yeah.
Solid
I've had
feel,
Primal
nice paint
Megatron.
apps.
The quality's really good. Some of the pieces are a little bit lighter. Like the portraits are a little bit lighter than XM or a Prime 1 portrait. The bases are heavy. Like they got weight to them.
Okay.
But some of the pieces are a little bit lighter. Not all of them, but some of them are. But that's fine. I mean, that just means you could fit more on a shelf without worrying about it. I mean, we got garage shelving, so it's not an issue for us.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the
true.
quality's there. Like the paint is really good. The sculpt is really good. The G1 look is phenomenal. Like, I mean, when I look at my Imaginarium art, and this is going to be a not so popular opinion, but I don't give a shit. When I look at my Imaginarium arts Starscream, I got the one where he's standing up, which they have at for a great price on Big Bad Toy Store. By the way,
Yeah.
it's on sale.
It does look good.
And I compare that to like an XM Starscream. I personally think it blows it out of the water. For quality, maybe people like the design and the more intricate detail on the XM because it's definitely more modernized. But when you look at the paint job on this Imaginarium art Starscream and the size of it and everything, it's unbelievable. I love it. To me, it blows XM away.
Okay, hold on. Boom. Oh, this is a great price too.
Yeah. They got it for like $300-400 off.
Oh, I love him standing on the
And
damn
it's got
Megatron
like
head.
it's really hard. Everyone who comes here, they're instantly drawn to it. It looks like it's got this laminated coat over the paint. Everything just reflects the light on Starscream. It's unbelievable. Everyone's like, man, that's so cool. It just shines and glistens no matter what angle you look at it from. It's fantastic.
I like that. It's pretty cool.
That's not a good sound, Mike. That means you're getting.
I like this brand. Azure C. Oh my God, man. I love that stylized look.
Is that how you say Azursi? That's how I've been saying it.
I don't know. That's how
I'm
I
just
say
saying
it.
Azure.
Okay, but
Giving it a completely American sound.
so
That's what you people do.
Yeah.
that is true. So, Shane, I think I would choose this one, the Azure, however. I think this looks badass.
I think it looks great. Those rockets flying out. The only thing is, again, it's a little over modernized, like the XM is, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I like Imaginarium Arts. It has much more of a G1 closer feel to it. But you can't go wrong either way. That looks fantastic.
Yeah,
And then prices did triple.
But look at the price difference between the two, right?
Yeah, triple, man. Damn.
Like that's just it right there. Like that's a tough pill to swallow. Before I pull the trigger on any of these Azursis, I'm waiting to hear from
You're waiting for my review for the Optimus.
Optimus, you got that one?
I get Todd. It should be coming this month.
Congrats, man.
Todd's container. Yeah, dude, I was the same as you, George. I wanted the XM Prime, but it's just I'm not gonna pay what people are asking for. It's ridiculous, and I think it looks great, but it's like, So I think the Azure looks awesome. I like the dynamic pose. I like the switch outs. So Todd has it. I'm like, Todd, I'm just gonna buy it. So I put the pre-order down a couple weeks ago. I hate waiting for things, so he told me it's coming in August. So great, wait a month or so. So I should be getting an invoice for that sometime this month. I'll do a review. We'll put it up on our live stream Tuesday night. It'll be right behind me, and we'll talk about it for sure.
Nice.
You don't have XM, do you, Mike?
Optimus? No. I only have XM Rodimus, and I have XM Soundwave, but I still have him in the box. I need to open him, get him together.
One of my favorite things to watch, George, you've done a couple of these, are the versus, the comparison.
Yeah, I used to do those. Those were fun to do back.
Starscream too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I had a comparison. I think it was Imaginarium versus the XM or something like that. Yeah.
I love those. I love when John does those, and those are my favorite. When Jem does his, I love seeing the verses. Because sometimes I'm not sure which one to get, right? And then I'll watch videos, and then I watch the verses, and they're like, this one, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what? It helps sometimes.
Yeah. Dude, I still want this Mark 7 XM. Someone find me XM Mark 7 for not a killer price.
I hunted that one for a while, man. That was like my XM statues. There's that one, the Batman Samurai, which is really awesome.
That's
the Ghost Rider, and the another Thanos, the Magneto on throne, right?
Oh, yes. Great choices.
Yeah. But freak, man, the Magneto was like what, $4,000 people were asking for, or $3,000. I couldn't pay that. I was like, man, I can't do it.
Yeah. There's one available for about that somewhere.
Yeah.
Are you talking the original Magneto on Throne?
Yeah, the original one. Yeah, and that's underscaled.
Oh, it's 100% underscaled.
Yeah, it's still a real nice piece.
In Canada here for, I want to say 27 Canadian, which is probably about 22 American, which isn't too bad, right, considering what they have gone for.
Yeah. Hey, okay, what do you guys think about this? Come on.
I like the red one.
Yes.
Give me the red.
Yeah, come on.
Looks cool, but it's Prime 1, right? That is Prime 1, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Prime 1.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, it's a recolor. Of course, it's Prime 1.
It's very cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But the red's cooler just
Yes,
because.
yeah.
That still looks really good.
I
Those
specifically ordered the red one because it was sweet. It was super red and beautiful.
You got the red one on order?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I don't know, Mike.
Dude.
Oh, man.
Yeah, after I got the Merciless, I decided to go down this line just because I think they're fantastic pieces, and I'm intrigued by the comic. I like the concept, and I like Batman.
Man,
So
this
Prime 1,
Prime-
1/3, and XM does it 1/4.
XM's 1/4, yeah. Mm-hmm.
it's one thing about Prime 1. They know how to do a base. Do they not?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
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 Just-
Prime
Yeah,
1's
yeah.
magnificent, man. They do great work, man.
Dude,
Never
these
been
skulls,
disappointed with them.
these skulls are huge, like in real
Yeah.
life. I forgot who unboxed this one. Maybe it was Jem, someone. Maybe it was.
I
Art.
just saw the Green Lantern and the Sinestro at the con. I couldn't believe the size of that thing.
Oh, they look so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet in person they were crazy.
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
Yeah, damn.
I still can't
Yeah.
believe Prime 1 canceled my Megatron War for Cybertron.
I wish
I
they didn't cancel those.
Piece.
I wish they didn't cancel those.
Fuck.
All right,
So
I may
you
have
like-
just secured the XM Studios Optimus Prime. Just letting you guys know.
You did?
Damn it! Really?
I may have, yeah.
Get out of here for a reasonable price.
Retail.
Oh,
No.
all right.
I'll let you know if it happens.
Hold on, we're gonna kick George off the show, dude. It recast.
No,
Recast.
recast. Real. I have all the papers in the box.
Oh shit! All right, well, I'll still do my Azursi review. Don't worry. Oh man. All right, what else we got? We're kind of rolling to the end here.
Yeah, let's move.
Oh, come on. The Prime 1 was weak this week. This is
Yeah.
Yeah.
come on, dude.
I don't know. This limited at 1,000. I thought this was going to be like a short run, but
I
You made 1,000 of that?
yeah, they're going to have a hard time.
I
think,
mean,
getting
look,
produced.
there were 3,800 of these. 38 freaking hundred. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Is this a re-release?
It's a
The heads, the base and stuff is the same as the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I called it like their interpretation of Hot Toys exclusive 1/4, where they did the half, half painted, half not.
Right.
I don't get it though, because who's gonna ever display it like that
Right.
between the two sculpts? I mean, give us something a little bit different.
Right.
I don't know.
Mm.
And it was kind of disappointing.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, it's a quick pass.
Yeah.
I like
was
this.
last week's- yeah.
I do like this. This would be up my alley.
A lot of these, I don't even play the video games, but man, I do.
Oh, I love this game, bro. I played all of them, bro. By the time I got to the end of the last one, I was getting tears in my eye at the end of the game. I love those games. It's just the size of these statues. I mean, I love the video game, but I don't know that I could dedicate that much space for Nathan Drake, all that base and everything on it. I don't need all that.
Yeah.
George, what'd you think of the movie?
I liked the movie. I really enjoyed. I had a good time watching. It wasn't like the video game, but it was fun.
Yeah. I got a couple buddies that they liked the video game, but they didn't care about the movie.
They didn't care about the movie.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get through it.
No, I had a good time watching. It was fun.
But yeah, this is one I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Is anybody else picking this one up?
Black Adam.
I'm going to. I just, I'm waiting to. The movie's coming out pretty soon, right?
Yeah, I need to see the movie before I buy something.
I actually considered it, but another one of my rules that I didn't mention, I don't buy movie pieces.
Okay.
Damn it, dude. So
But
many
it's a
rules.
rock, man.
That's true.
So many rules.
Yeah, but that's true. What about like rock pieces? Like, I mean,
It's The Rock, right? It's a wrestling
just-
statue. It's a video, it's a movie
I am
statue.
a die-hard wrestling fan for the last year. Die-hard.
Do you own any of the PCS wrestling statues?
No, I don't. Only because I don't have the room to allocate for them.
Gotcha.
And, I'm afraid if I went down that rabbit hole, there'd be no coming back. I do
Right.
have a life-size replica of the NWO World Championship, and
That's
I got
cool.
a couple other little wrestling memorabilia, but that's it. No statues.
All right.
Yeah. Is there one you guys like more between this one and this other one, the darker one? I think.
I think the vigilante, the all black, looks cooler, but I feel like it's a little bit too close to my Prime One black suit Superman. I like having the gold variation. I think this is I think it's badass. I know
I
everyone's
like
like, oh,
the-
limited to 300, but that doesn't bother me too much.
Yeah,
I like the gold on the chest more than the
Yeah,
dark,
I do.
and I
too.
like the screaming portrait.
Yeah.
I love the screaming portrait. I think it's very cool.
There's just something too about like a hovering statue like that,
It
like
looked
that.
fantastic the way they did that.
Yeah,
Yes, because even the Hush Superman, he's still technically standing on this like pedestal here.
Mhm.
The hovering is, I love that. I think that's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So
As soon as you said that about Superman, we all gave a look over to our Superman.
I know.
I
I'm
know.
still waiting for my cape that you convinced me to buy, Shane.
I'm still
you
waiting
know,
for the cape too.
and, I have 2 custom capes. One is
Dude,
from
send one.
Dan, and well, no, one's from Dan and one's from the what is it, Jackson?
Jackson. Yeah.
Jackson. Yeah.
And I went with his. I liked his better, but it's it's beautiful. It's amazing. I love it.
George, is Seth buying this one from Jeff S?
This one? No. He won't go 1/3 scale. He has a couple of the wrestling statues. I think he was hunting down the Rock wrestling statue from PCS, but we weren't able to find it. It was pretty difficult. So
You know, PCS right now is making a lot of people excited with their 1/3 scale Ninja Turtles.
oh yes,
Oh,
those
yeah.
look so cool.
August 4th.
They're,
Ready.
they're basically like the old 1/5 sideshow pieces, but well improved.
Yes,
And I have 1/5, and they're my favorite turtles. I'm probably just going to keep them because I have a custom shredder coming that's going to go with them, and I don't want to have to change it all up. But
Right.
But what I'm excited for is I was talking to Ant, and he was telling me that they have a Devastator in the works. They're designing it right now. So in about half a year from now, it's going to be about 30 inches tall, and it's going to be non-cell shaded.
Holy shit,
Damn.
that's gonna be big.
Yeah. And then they're working on an Omega Supreme for the future. If assuming, I guess, if Devastator does well, that's what I'm waiting for.
Damn. It's gonna be sick.
RoboCop. This thing's dope.
This thing looks sweet.
Yeah, this is just, I said I'm getting out of Hot Toys, and then they do stuff like this. that-
Right.
I don't know.
I'm on the fence about this one too, though.
Uh,
The only thing that's holding me back on it is it's not RoboCop 1. It's RoboCop 3, but I do think it's cool.
It looks
Really
sweet.
cool.
It looks cool.
It does.
I got
I'm
the
glad-
PCS 1/4 scale, but this.
Oh, yeah.
it looks cool.
Oh yeah, the PCS one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's dope.
yeah.
And diecast.
Mhm.
Ah, sweet.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad that they're going back and not doing DC, Star Wars, Marvel. Just something different.
Yes.
I wish they'd
Yeah.
make more of a habit of kind of giving us something different.
I agree.
Is this something, Mike, that you would look at, or you all out on Hot Toys at this point?
I'm trying not to buy any more Hot Toys. But I'd love freaking RoboCop. I would love an awesome 1/4 scale RoboCop or 1/3 scale. I think that would look awesome. But this looks pretty sweet.
You already know the
The Oniri.
other one, yeah. I'll probably get that one.
I'm thinking about. Yeah, I'll probably end up getting that too.
Yeah,
That one looks good. It's an improvement on the PCS, but it's a lot more money. So
yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's worth it.
yeah. Finally got Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is
I
anybody?
think these head sculpts are getting really nice,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are.
really impressive.
And the one thing though too that kind of sucks me in on Hot Toys is these kind of diorama bases that they're doing.
I like it.
They're giving us something. They're obviously posable, so give us something to pose it with. So
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I don't.
it's pretty neat to set the scene and everything.
Uh huh.
Oh yeah. I think I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to prevent people from taking that step into the statues, because the prices are going up on these, and
Yeah.
sideshow prices for statues are still they're closing the gap. Hot Toys is closing the gap between deluxe Hot Toys and sideshow quarter scale. So, hey, what else can we give the collector to keep them in the 1/6, keep them interested, but give them that presence that they want, that the statues will give. So, yeah, this looks. See, I would do it just for the damn head sculpt.
Yep.
I mean, I would just it.
Him and the Andrew Garfield one, right? It just looked fantastic.
Yeah.
You know what I'd probably do is I'd probably just get the 3, and I'd put them on my desk at work or something like that, and just have it like it will never fit in this room or in my other room, but kind of like on my shelf at work. I think it would look awesome, and it would just make me happy when I'm at my computer. That's what I'll probably do.
See, I have the Miles Morales, the ones from the Spider-Verse. So I got that one and the Spider-Gwen, and they still haven't announced the Peter B. Parker. That's the last one. That's all I need, because I really enjoyed that movie. So it would be great to do that.
Dude, it's coming because the second movie's coming out pretty soon, or
right,
it's some point soon. So
true.
What do you guys so feel about the prices?
Closing the gap.
Well, it has that base though too. I mean, the regular version without that is less.
That's true. Yeah.
What are the dimensions on that one right there?
I don't know.
Does it say
before I could judge the price?
Let's see, diorama. That's the diorama. Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's pretty big. I mean, look at it compared to the actual figure. The figure is almost sideways, and it's wider than it's probably about a foot wide, maybe 8, 9, 12 inches wide.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about these limited releases though? That they're timed.
Okay, can I admit something?
Mm-hmm.
So, the Obi-Wan Kenobi with the limited time release, getting the box and the lightsabers, I got it.
You got it? Nice,
yeah, dude. Sideshow has learned. Okay, you put a 12-day timer or whatever it is, and some things I don't care about, but here's my thought process. I still love Star Wars to the core, and if I got that Obi-Wan, I would want that little box. Or if I were to sell it, 3 years from now, when it comes out,
something.
No one's gonna want the non-exclusive, and so I can get my money back easily. So I think it's smart because it gives people that incentive, especially these sideshows not dumb. They watch our shows. They watch George. They watch, no PO, they're like, hell no, YouTuber people, we're going to make you PO. And they're not stupid. They're a company. They love money. So I think
I like it and don't like it. I like it because it makes it more limited. And I like that Sideshow's making it, or Hot Toys, whoever's forcing this on us, is making it where they're going to make it more limited, which makes it more valuable later on down the road, right? I love that. I'm mad that I don't get the money for it at the moment. That's where I'm like, shit, I don't need to order this right now.
Well,
awesome.
And one thing I'll say, I think you're seeing though, like we talked about with oversaturation, they're having a hard time with people pre-ordering, because I don't think you don't need to anymore because they make so much stuff. But when they throw in a kicker like this, people will pre-order, no doubt. So
I think that's this, and not the stupid little holograms. No one gives a crap about those holograms.
Yeah, right.
I want the Anakin and Obi-Wan in the box, buried in the sand. I want that little 6-scale thing.
The Vader, right? The Vader's dope. I really think it's really awesome. I don't like the special edition hologram, right? That's what that one comes with. What it should have come with, even though it's missing that altogether, is the wall, or that stone wall that Kenobi slammed him into. Because you have that scene where Kenobi is like, Kenobi has the floating rocks behind him. So like you should have Kenobi or Vader. Yeah, have Vader against a wall, and then you could put the whole thing together. That would look great.
They missed out. Yeah, that was Yeah, see, I don't think
this is great.
But hold on, now that's a tease of the Inquisitor, because I don't.
That's a tease.
Okay. It looks good. Yeah, it looks damn good. I'm also a Vader guy. And John, I'll probably get this Vader. Especially like what we were talking about before with the Sebastian Shaw. I know this is Hayden, but I love open face Vader. There's just something about it. It just gets me every time.
And the eyes move on that one.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Yep. Yeah, I will. I think that it's safe to say this is a good Hot Toys to get if you're a Star Wars fan and selectively getting Hot Toys.
Mhm.
Yeah. See the stupid special bonus. Who gives a crap about that? But the other stuff, I do want the LED light up base. I think that's great. The interchangeable control panel. But no, I'm not going to pre-order because of that. I'm just going to wait for John to get it and then get the deluxe from John.
Yeah. Right. I kind of wish that they would do away with the regular and deluxe. Just give us the deluxe and let's be done with it. You know, because I mean, anymore, it doesn't make sense to do the regular because it's usually $20 or $30 more. And then aftermarket, if you ever want to sell it, nobody wants the regular.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, agreed.
Let's see. Lastly, for Hot Toys, the Mark III.
That one I like.
I know.
This looks freaking beautiful. And again, I would get it for the head sculpt.
Yep.
Statues. Okay, JND can, Queen can. Okay, the minute they come out with this, with like a they don't have the rights to the Robert Downey Jr. I don't think they do, but I would jump on that in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
like a JND 1/3 Robert Downey Jr. Mark III. Damn, that'd be sick. But in the meantime, this looks great. This looks phenomenal.
And it's great.
Look great.
It's die cast. You got the battle damage on it. You got that Robert Downey Jr. portrait, the damaged helmet, and then you also have that Ironmonger base too.
Yes.
Yeah. That. Mm-hmm. There you go.
That looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, the bonus damaged helmet, that's worth a pre-order. For me personally, I agree.
Mm-hmm. And that's where I've been selling a lot of mine. Like I sold my Mark VI a couple days ago.
Ooh,
just
good call. Good call.
The money's right, and you know that they're kind of gonna re-release everything anyway. So, especially with these diorama bases they're doing, they're just upgrading. So,
yep.
Okay, this was the next one. I'm excited for these.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah. Tell us about these, John. You actually did pick one of these up, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna order the one on the right here. I like the Rocky 2 one. I like the serious look on him, the stance. I don't like the stance on the other one. The smiling sculpt, I'm just not a fan of it. But I do like the patriotic look.
Yeah, I do love that.
I've got I need to order the Rocky one. I got the Ivan Drago on order. So
I know he's known for being the showman, but I feel like they should have done the same thing they did with Rocky and with Drago, is that they should have just kept him in the same pose and then changed up the trunks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, and I was saying last week, because they've done that with Rocky and Drago. Why don't they just add the extra trunks or whatever? Add that.
Right.
Who's going to buy 2 statues like this? Unless you're like a massive, massive fan. I just don't understand their mindset behind that.
Dude, 75 ES. That's
really
not bad.
And I don't even know if there's anything exclusive with. You're just getting a little bit of a discount because I know that they sell them separately.
Oh, they do. It's not 75
total. I don't know what the ES is just individually. 325.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, this is the one I'm getting.
Damn, that looks good.
I'm doing the red. That one.
Yeah, I love that.
That looks great.
I would love to see that in hand and get your thoughts on it, because Rocky 4, yeah, I know. Everyone loves Rocky 4, but Ivan Drago.
I need to decide between these ones. I don't know.
Does that look a little soft to you?
Yeah,
or is it just like the photos?
Look better in person.
Okay.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
You think they're going to do a Clubber Lang?
Oh, dude, I hope so.
Yeah, right?
Hell yes.
Mr.
Cool. T.
Well, Mr. T needs the money.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Dude,
and after him, they could do a Spider Rico.
Damn. Yeah, these are cool.
Yeah, so it's a cool line. So next up, I know a lot of people it's been a hit or miss on this one. X and Venom.
It's cool.
Yeah,
Some people were complaining about like the abdominal anatomy or the chest.
I think it's a cool piece. It's big though.
Like the texturing.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a busy statue for sure when you get
It's got a
everything.
lot going on. And to me, I like it. First of all, I think it looks really good. It's well done. We all know who sculpted it.
Mhm.
They do great work. But I don't think it holds a candle to the OG XM, in my opinion. I just love everything about the OG XM. It's still my favorite Venom. This one's a little too busy, and I don't like that texturing.
Yeah, and this one, those for me, it's like it's another Venom. You know, you kind of lose your excitement after a while because how many customs are out there? You know, Sideshow's got theirs, which I'm going to get theirs.
And it's going to be hard to pose with other 1/4 scales unless you have a really deep shelf and you're able to put them in the back because he just towers over everyone with that base. He's
It's
what,
very
32 inches or something? 32, 33?
Yeah, the depth is really what's harder to display with it. And I think you can take the tendrils out. I think it's they call them tendrils or tendrils. I can't remember what but
Tendrils.
tendrils, right? You could take those out, and then it'll bring the space down a little bit for you.
But he's still so high, you know. And when you got other Spidey villains that are sitting at what 20,
right?
I understand he's on a tall base, so unless you could fit him in the back, overlooking Spider-Man or something and looking down, I think it's going to be kind of out of place.
Yeah.
1,075. That's not bad for that size of a
No,
statue.
the price isn't bad.
Yeah.
And the sculpt is very nice. The base is cool. It's just too busy.
Yeah. You got any thoughts on it, Mike?
Yeah, I think it looks really great. I love the sculpt. I love the size. I love the price, actually. I just, who was I talking to? I was maybe talking to Josh or somebody, and they they're loving it. This thing is phenomenal. To me, it's just one. It doesn't I like it, but it's not like, I gotta have this. So, I think it's great. And for those of you that are getting it, amazing. But I think I like other Venoms a little bit better.
Yeah.
And for me, Venom is like a Silver Surfer, Magneto, Wolverine. There's so many of them that if you're going to make a new one after there's between customs and licensed, we got what, 50?
Yeah.
It better knock my fucking socks off. Otherwise, why would I get that and trade in something else I have?
Yeah, true. He's one of these characters like Vader, Boba Fett. They just constantly keep making them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
there's
like
so many good ones on the market right now.
Yeah, like Jason said, LBS Venom will be probably
that's gonna be
everybody
insane.
wants. So,
that looks awesome.
Yeah, that'll be. I will get that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I can't go down that 1/3 line. I can't do it.
They're nice though, man.
A lot of my 1/4 scales and going to the LBS. I know Jay. I own a Halima piece. I've talked to Jay for years. He's an awesome guy. He does good quality, but I just can't do it.
They're nice, man. I saw the Cap in person. The Thor looked really cool. Iron Man I like a lot.
Oh, I love it.
Right? It's classic.
So cool.
It's cool, man.
So
the
cool.
Hulk was really dope. If you could get like I would see getting all 4, and they're displayable. Yeah,
that's it. Agreed.
And he talked about future pieces coming up. They're going to do an Apocalypse.
What in 1/3?
Yeah. They're going to do an Apocalypse, and they're going to do
Punisher, right?
Green being done.
Yeah.
Oh, Punisher would be dope too, man.
Yeah, Punisher looks good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff coming.
All right, the last thing on the list, Queen Studios, Mark
Boom.
85 and 49.
Easy.
This is cool.
Easy.
They look really cool.
They do look cool together. The only reason why I'm not getting this is that, well, I feel like it's a display that needs to have a rotation to it of some sort. Or you need to have it in the middle somehow, so you can get around it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Does anybody have issues with kind of how they do with the bases with them? Because I feel like this is like a Titanic pose. Like if you don't have 85 behind it, it looks just odd to me.
It would be odd by itself. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly what I thought when I saw it right there. Is Titanic.
Yeah.
Oh man. No, I can't unsee that.
Damn it. Well, I'm glad I'm getting both.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, the details are sick. And, when you get the 7 in hand, and he's flying, but he's technically pegged into the mountain or the rock. It's still, you still get that flying feel. It doesn't look like he's standing sideways falling off a rock.
Mhm.
Like this one, everyone's like, oh, he's
Yeah.
tripping. Oh, you can't get out of here.
Hey.
Come on. This looks fine. It's going to look awesome paired with the 49. There's a reason they created a you buy them together price, because they're going to look sick together. They're meant to be together.
Yeah.
So just shut up, buy it. You're going to be happy. I promise.
Yeah.
The Mark III they teased looked really good. I like that too.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's going to be sweet.
Yeah.
That's going to be sweet. Hey, this, I got to just do one thing and we'll call it a night. And if, anyone has anything else. So everyone's been.
I have one thing though, Mike.
Yeah, pull it up, John. Oh, after? Okay.
Well, this was one thing. I had posted something in the group, and somebody said it'd be a good something to bring up. I posted this picture.
We've come a long way.
Yeah. Does anybody? And a lot of people brought up. I mean, not just this Marvel franchise, but many of the franchises, whether it be Terminator, some would say Star Wars, are some of these franchises dying? Because like for me, I'm kind of like, when I was thinking for the half scale stuff, I'm kind of like, all the half scale Marvel stuff was the peak Marvel. Will we ever see that again? Or are we just kind of slowly going to peak down like, Terminator did? They just started spitting out just crap.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel, some of this stuff, it's just unbearable to even watch. A lot of people have problems with Star Wars, Boba Fett, a lot of duds. Where do you think we're at?
I think the big problem is they're giving into all the pressure. They're going woke. They're going all that. I'm not going to get political on everything, but everyone here, I'm sure, knows it. They're just going woke with a lot of shit, and it's just, you know what they say, go woke, go broke. And it's just showing, right? Like, I'm getting less and less interest in all this crap. When I see Hulk doing yoga, get the fuck out of here.
Dude, this is the feminization of men in the United States, as we are going. Okay. I think that, and this is just my opinion, I don't care. Email me if you have something to say. I feel like as a how old am I? I'm 36. Younger generations, they're just avoid awkward situations. Don't know how to handle conflict. This is triggering me. If I hear someone say "trigger me" one more time, I'm gonna flip. Okay, dude, you are an adult. Okay, damn it. All I want to say is that I think people need to toughen up a little bit. And I think this is kind of funny because this is what's happening, to people. Like, people can't handle things. Hulk is doing yoga versus ripping a car apart. But I think there's a deeper core problem at Disney. And yeah, the whole woke thing is part of it. But, as a parent of a young child or children soon, look at the reception that like Buzz Lightyear got and all this stuff. Why are we watching stuff coming out of Disney that they're cramming these things in? Can we just remember that this is children's entertainment? This is like teenager entertainment. Just make it entertaining. It's based off a comic book. I know we all love inclusiveness. I love everybody. Collectors Enabled, we love everyone. Like, literally. You just don't be a jerk and, don't screw people. We don't care who you are, what you believe, your sexual orientation, any of that stuff. We don't care about it. But, what I do care about is, people injecting all of this crap so it's constantly in front of your face. Stick to the comics, stick to whatever, and dudes, just toughen up a little bit, please. Just a little bit. I love you guys, but the dentist is not a very scary place. You can get a shot in your mouth. You can handle conflict. You can go and have a tough conversation with a coworker at work or your teacher or something. We are meant to deal with conflict, people. And I've totally lost. This is something I've been dealing with for the last week or two. People not knowing how to react to situations and patience and stuff. And anywho, tell the truth, be nice, be inclusive. That's I'm gonna shut up now. You
The
guys
biggest
talk.
problem is, Mike, you hit the nail on the head without just saying it. Especially this generation, and I don't care if anyone gets offended. I got 2 kids, one's 20, one's 18, and they're not necessarily, but this generation are a bunch of fucking pussies. And like, I don't give a shit if anyone doesn't like it. I really don't care. They are, and I don't have time to tiptoe around people. I have friends that are different nationalities, that are gay, that are whatever. I don't give a shit. But some people are just so fucking triggered by everything, and they're just pussies, and I don't have time for that. If I offend you, I don't give a shit. Like, it's not my intent, but I don't care.
John, what do you have to say?
We'll talk about.
George, do you have anything?
George,
I got 2 daughters, and I do love to see the react, because my daughters really like to see the female superheroes, right? Like I throw on,
of course,
I throw on, but my one daughter's not like that. But my older daughter's like that, right? Like when Miss Marvel came out, sat down and watched with her. I gotta say, I liked Miss Marvel. It was one, I was excited to not watch something princessy, and it was a little superhero-ish, and that, so I was kind of cool with that. But it had a pretty good story. But I do not like that, like what you guys are saying, that it's like it always seems to be in our face all the time, and that the male presence on these movies, we always get now. It's like it's become a joke, like that. You're seeing the Hulk doing that. If you saw Thor, I don't know what you guys thought about the latest Thor movie, but I was really disappointed with that, and I really liked Ragnarok, and this one just kind of like I couldn't believe what I was watching. And a bunch of others where I'm just like I feel like we don't have a presence anymore. That it's just all that. And then I do agree with the whole, people are being overly sensitive over everything anymore. So,
Pussies.
yeah, pussies. You can say it.
I just thought that this was funny, and it was just like, it just kind of culminates everything that we've been seeing. Now, I love yoga. I mean, I think yoga's great. But I also do CrossFit. Working out is good.
But what did you think about this trailer, though? Like, to me, like what I got from the trailer was I'm watching Ally McBeal but green, and this is not, why do I want to see this? And I'm the core, I would think I'm the target audience for Marvel, and for Marvel stuff. Like my wife ain't gonna go watch this, so. But
I think we've outaged it. Kevin posted something about this, and he's like, "Look, I'm no longer the target audience anymore." And I think that I'm a little bit on. I think we're all a little bit on the higher end of their target audience. I think they have to be targeting female, trying to get more female, 18 to 24, maybe.
Younger.
I have no
females.
idea. No, I have no. I love female superheroes, man. Freaking awesome. I do want to watch Miss Marvel because everyone keeps saying how awesome it is.
Really, I heard it was the shits.
Yeah,
you didn't like it?
I haven't seen it. I have a few buddies who saw it. They said it was the shits.
It's great. I thought it was really good. But see, look, you have that one. That one was pretty good. But then what was the one before that? The Moon Knight.
Yeah,
I was like, what happened there? I don't know. That show was weird.
I enjoyed some of it. My wife and I got through it. We enjoyed it, but it wasn't like whoa, I gotta watch. I
enjoyed what's his name, Hawkeye. I really did enjoy Hawkeye because Renner would, he was still tough, and you had the female hero with him, and I thought you had to me that was a good example of having 2 characters, male and female, both have their own strengths they bring to it and their own comedy and all that, and nobody looks stupid, but then now it's like I feel like you gotta like push the strength of the female by making the man a joke,
Look at episode 8. All the guys were useless and cowards, and all the women were heroes. And the men couldn't be trusted all of a sudden.
So
I don't
care what anyone says. There is a difference between men and women. I mean, my son is 2 years old. He is a nutcase. Okay. He has no regard for his own life. He runs around like wild. He is a total nut. I'm about to have a daughter. And most of my friends with young daughters, they can sit in Chick-fil-A, they can eat their meal, they're quiet, they're nice.
That isn't always true, bro.
I know. They don't. The ones I've seen don't try to jump off the back of the chair, don't stand up and start going wild. There's an innate difference, and I'm not saying that all men are tough. I mean, look at Randy's video of unboxing Iron Man. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I love you so much. Don't break my Iron Man. But there is an innate difference. Like I am taller than my wife. I'm stronger than my wife. Am I smarter? Probably not. Am I tougher? Yes. That doesn't mean that it has to be that way. I work out with women who kick my ass and who deadlift twice as much as I do. We don't care. It would be nice just to get back to some semblance of normalcy and give us a little bit of everything. Where's the tough guy? Dude, I was watching Predator, the original Predator, this weekend, and half the dialogue, you'd probably be thrown in jail now for saying it.
Yeah.
True.
I was like, holy shit, they just said that, but in 1987, so that's fine.
Man, that's so true, though. I just watched Blazing Saddles again.
Oh,
Blazing Saddles.
Oh,
That was
forget
good.
it, dude.
I don't know how that hasn't been canceled.
Dude, I watch Cars, on Disney, like religiously, almost every day, multiple times a day, and they're personifications of like Italian people, Southern people. I'm pretty sure Disney would never do that again.
No.
So
And I'm waiting for something like that to get canceled. I can't believe others have got canceled, like Dumbo, and I forget which one that I went to. I went to go show my daughter. I think it was Peter Pan, or
Peter Pan. Lady and the Tramp had some stuff where it's like, we don't believe in this.
yeah, and it's like, man, it's like I go over there to show it to them, and it's gone. Like a piece of my history is gone. Or like now they're closing. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I mean, those guys are in Disney. Splash Mountain is being changed to the Princess and the Frog. So
why is that?
Joke.
Because the undertones are of the story of the I forgot what the name of the two characters are, but the rabbit and that fox and the whole story of that movie that ride's based on is racist, and there's a lot of things that go on in it that were but this is a very, very old story. In the ride, I never knew about any of this. In the ride, I never really experienced anything on there that made me feel like there's racism on the ride. But apparently, there's a part where somebody calls somebody a coon, and he's talking to a raccoon, right? So it's like when I never thought about this, all the years that I've rode this ride, I just enjoyed the ride. And my friend tells me about that. Well, they're closing the ride because of this, and it's wrong. They should close this ride. I'm like, I'd never even heard that. I'm like, why is this a thing? So yeah.
The best thing. So I went to George Washington University undergraduate, and it's based off of George Washington. The teams are the GW Colonials. We were a colony. We were a loosely fitted 13 colonies, right? When the United States was, the beginning. And just recently I got an email from GWU, and they're like, after recent discussions with our boards, we find that the term colonial is inappropriate or whatever. And so we will be changing our name. And it's like, you're literally the George Washington University based off of George Washington, who was a colonial in the colonial era. What the are you kidding me?
Right.
He's the first president of the United States. Have we made mistakes? Yes. Do I still make mistakes today? Absolutely. But there's no
you grow from it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We are way off topic here, but damn.
Yeah, we are.
If you erase history, you'll never learn from it. You're just going to repeat it. So learn from this is the problem. We make mistakes. We say, okay, if we don't teach people about these mistakes, then this is the right way to do things. Well, then you need to learn about like the freaking Holocaust. You need to learn about world wars. You need to learn about all this crap because we don't want to repeat the mistakes of the past. We want to be more open-minded.
Right.
something needs to change at Disney, but Disney is way too big, and I will still watch Star Wars, and I will still buy merchandise, and I will still pay for Disney Plus because it's the only damn thing my son watches.
Yep.
That's the problem. So I don't know. I'm sorry. We don't do this here. I don't talk politics at work, but
Yeah, we went that way.
yeah, we went there. I'm sorry, but
Wow,
you
cool.
guys are great. This has been a freaking awesome show. Hold on, we got to change something here.
Well, one thing though, Mike, that'll get you off your soapbox a little bit.
Please do.
Right there. They just put that out.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shit. August 4th is gonna be a big day.
Yeah.
Shit. Is this the third scale?
Should be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, baby. Yep, I'm in. Okay.
There's a grown man experiencing sheer bliss right there.
Right there. Yeah.
We're back to the excitement of
It doesn't take
collectibles.
much.
Damn. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, listeners, for the last 20 minutes. But maybe you liked it, maybe not. Look, we love everybody, but I love this even more. This is
We love you, but we love this more.
Yeah.
hell yes. Third scale, freaking berserk. That looks beautiful. I cannot wait. So it's going to be RAF PCS on August 4th, third scale. It's going to be this August 4th, third scale. Damn, that's gonna be sweet. What a good PO day.
Yeah. So
All right. Well, did that literally just drop like a few minutes ago?
12 minutes ago.
Awesome. That is fantastic.
Saw it here first.
Yep.
I can't wait to see. I cannot wait to pre-order this. I cannot wait. Well,
You know,
here we
like
go.
getting back really quick to what you were saying about boys and running around, and I have a saying, having a daughter and a son who are both young adults now. Boys are easier to live with, but harder to keep alive. Sometimes I'm not sure which one I prefer, because I had to restrain myself from choking my daughter to death a few times because she annoys the hell out of me, but my son takes care of that himself.
Dude,
sometimes
I've been watching nothing but Lord of the Rings for the last 4 days.
Yes.
I'm so prepared for that for the TV show.
Dude.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is for Michael Black, who's been hounding me since the beginning of our show, which was about 15, 16 episodes ago now.
Are you getting this?
It's pre-ordered.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
George, what's that, bro?
It's 5'8".
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Do you know how long, George, I've been enabling Mike to get this, and he finally has?
Good for you.
Dude, here's the
Here, you did find it. Hold on. Oh, no. There you go. You hear that? There you go. There, you deserve some applause. There.
Here's the thing. Look,
This.
I got the Batfleck in. I freaking love it. What's the other one that I have coming in? Oh, the Thanos. Okay, that's coming in. I'm like, you know what? This is less than Thanos by a decent amount, actually. I know shipping's gonna be terrible, but Todd capped the shipping, so that's good. Thank you, Todd. Dude, who doesn't want a 6 foot tall Sauron in their house, man?
Yeah.
I think I'm redesigning my primary room, and I'm specifically leaving a spot for him. I'm gonna put him on maybe like a 1 or 2 foot tall pedestal, because I think I have 9 or 10 foot ceilings, and he'll just be like massive presence. I'm gonna surround him with the Infinity Ring Wraith holding the sword, and maybe the quarter scale Prime 1, which is still one of my favorite statues. And then I'm not sure exactly how my display is going to go. I'll probably reach out to Sean Flankster and get his opinions. But dude, I honestly, for the price for a 6 foot tall statue, it's really not bad. I love how the inscriptions on the ring actually light up.
They do?
So
That's sick.
hang on, there's a picture.
That's pretty sick.
So yeah, you can it's on fire like it normally does. I think that's going to be really cool. I think this thing is going to be the ES of 99. I think this thing is going to be a grail. It's going to be insane. And again, for the price, not bad. Almost 1/3 the cost of Mark 7. And that's not bad.
Yeah.
6 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's massive.
dude. So, but here's
It's bigger
the
than
thing.
me.
Dude, I mean, it's 5'8", so it's about
It's 5'8".
it's
So
5'8".
it's a little shorter than me.
It's like probably right here.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
It's
it's
big.
not gonna go on 36-inch garage sale. That's got to go like 1 foot, a 1 foot pedestal.
Oh my goodness.
I paid you, George, at 6'2". It's so hard to tell from the videos you
I'm-
sitting down.
6 foot. So
Okay.
it's slightly smaller than me, but not by much. It's like my brother's height.
This was I don't know. It was a light PO week for me, but this was one. So I made up with one really big PO. Thank you, Todd, by the way. So
Yeah.
well,
That's
dude,
impressive.
this was one of the most fun shows I think we've had in a while. I really appreciate George and Shane and John, and I think we touched on some interesting things. Sorry that we got into pop culture and politics a little bit. I apologize, but if you like that, let us know. Let us know in the comments. Crap, we could talk a little bit about it. We're definitely over our 2-hour our goal here. Let's just go around. John, anything else you want to talk about?
I think we hit most of it. One thing I will bring up is we finally hit 500 people in our
yeah.
Facebook group.
Congrats.
So if you're
Congrats,
out there
thank you.
and not a part of the page, come on board. You'll see a lot of neat stuff. You see a little bit of everything.
Yep.
So yeah, it's been a fun ride for the short little time we've done it. So
Yeah, we opened up the Facebook group March 22nd, my birthday. And yeah, we've been did 500, and that's good. I'm really happy, and it's a good group. People are very responsive. A lot of them are our friends, and people are posting some really cool stuff. So yeah, thanks. I forgot about that. Thanks, John. Shane, anything else you want to touch on? No more politics.
No, thanks for having me. It's always fun to be here. And George, it was nice to meet you.
It's good to meet you, man.
We talked, there's a few of us, Mike and John, we talked about maybe next year getting together, going to San Diego to go Comic-Con together and meeting up, and we should try to make that happen. That would be sick.
That'd be great.
Big group of us, a bunch of fucking, the army of geeks. Invade San Diego.
Yeah, I'm down. I think that'd be great.
Yep.
And then finally, George, just where can we find you? Where can we watch your videos? And any other comments?
You can find me either on the MCE channel if you guys want to watch more Marvel and DC related comic book stuff, or the Hyperdrive for more Star Wars stuff. And trust me, there's a whole lot of other social media areas. I don't want to go through the whole list. There's too many.
It's okay.
But I want to say thank you guys for having me. This has been a blast, man. I had a really good time. I was a little worried when you guys told me that that the show started at 9 o'clock. I was like, oh man, that's pretty late for me. But I've had a lot of fun, man. It's been a great time with you guys. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Thank you, George. Thank you. So we'll go ahead and we'll wrap it up. I will be go ahead and watch Payne and Chasen's show on Friday night. I'll be there. John was there last week. I'm going to be just kind of helping out with the panel there every other Friday. That's a lot of fun. And you'll see us again next week. I think next Tuesday we have none other than the Todd Father coming and joining us. So, hopefully we'll have Thanos and Todd on the screen. And I think Todd is next week. I'll double check that. But look for our postings. Typically, I put them on Sunday before our show. But thank you, everybody, so much. We hope you have a great night and keep collecting. We'll see you next week.